Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Crank One Out podcast. I think this is episode like 3 or 4. I am your host, Billy, aka IE Loaf. We got Glock Lesnar here and Anthony again. I think this is part three or 4. Actually,
This is four.
I think this is 4, yeah, because we did one, we didn't upload it because it was fucking ass. like, but Drew had some topics he wanted to talk about today, so I decided, we're gonna.
Talk about the Johnson and Johnson COVID vaccine. It's got recalled.
Oh yeah, actually, that's a good talk. I heard there was issues with that. What? So what? Do you know what's going on?
Some people were experiencing blood clots, and obviously
Yeah.
that's no bueno.
Well, especially for older people, right? Like,
Yeah,
because older
and that's
people, well, even like younger people, if you get blood clots in your heart, like that's a serious fucking problem, right?
yeah, that's a heart attack right there.
Yeah, that's like the cause of a heart attack. I'm not a doctor or anything,
Yeah,
but
that's
um,
pretty much
yeah, that's why I'm not. Listen, I'm not like the type of guy to like. I'm not an anti-vax or anything. Like, I'll get like flu shots and stuff like that, but um,
hmm
I'm gonna wait a little bit. Like, I wear my mask, I do my thing. Like, I haven't gotten sick with it as far as I know yet.
hmm
Although I've been sick a couple of times, but it wasn't really bad, so I don't know. I do my shit. I don't really go out that much other than to work, so I'm cool with waiting for a little bit. But um, we got a few topics here that I wrote down. Because nobody else wanted to provide some topics, even though they said they would.
I don't know who that is.
I'm the only one working over here. Fucking.
Oh, anyway, I just brought up a topic about the Johnson and Johnson vaccine. You whore. Oh my nuts.
God. God damn, yo. So, first topic for today. Let's talk about something. Let's actually, yeah. Let's start with something a little more exciting because the other topics are kind of fucking depressing, to be completely honest. Warzone and getting no dubs, as I have it here written down.
It's just a everyday thing at this point.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's been like 3 weeks. Like, this is getting fucking ridiculous. I
Tomorrow's
think
the night, though. Tomorrow's the night.
You say that every
tomorrow's the
night.
night.
Can you shut the fuck up?
To be fair, last night we had a really good run. Like, I think last night was our best night out of all of them. We were
Oh,
getting
for
pretty
sure.
far. We got top 3 one of the games. The last game we played, actually, we got top 3. I don't know why we didn't play again, because Drew got tired, He's not about
It's
that
like
grind.
3:30 and I'd already popped melatonin.
I popped Xannies. But no, like, it's just fucking hard. And they're changing up the fucking game again. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but apparently they're changing it up completely. So I don't know what they're doing. They just teased it on Twitter, so it might be another situation where they just add zombies or something stupid and it doesn't really change it that much. But I have a feeling they're gonna break it again. So we got to
I
get
don't
it
know.
done before that
So,
happens.
Maybe they're just gonna split Superstore in half.
so from what my mom, because they fucking play Plunder all the fucking time. So from my mom is saying apparently the zombies are supposed to go to the dam and they're supposed to bomb the dam and it's supposed to flood.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a problem.
This is gonna be a big old water map.
Literally.
Boats
Yeah.
everywhere. You got to swim at everybody.
I don't know about y'all. I fucking hate water in COD. I know Drew isn't a big fan of Black Ops 4, but when I played Black Ops 4, they had a jungle. You remember jungle, Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
They took normal jungle out and flooded jungle and put flooded jungle in, and it fucking sucked. Like, literally, like 75% of the map was just water. Like, it sucked. It was terrible. Like, that is one of the worst COD games ever fucking made. I don't care what anybody says, but yeah, I don't know. Anybody else got anything to add to the Warzone and getting no dubs? I know nothing's changed.
Well,
but...
seeing as I experienced it the whole way with you,
Oh yeah,
in a way, it's been fun. I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
I've been enjoying myself a lot more than I thought I would.
it's a challenge, but that's kind of what makes it good, I guess, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. Like, okay, like the thing about it is, like, it fucking sucks. Like, it pisses me off every damn night, but once we get the dub, it'll feel good. It'll feel like we accomplished something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It'll feel good. Like, it's different than just hopping onto COD and just playing multiplayer games every night. Like, that shit just kind of
Yeah.
gets boring after a while. So I'm glad we're you know doing
I mean,
something
and
productive.
because it's not like there's really a big like risk in multiplayer COD, I guess. Because like if you're having a good game on fucking Warzone, like one dude who's camping in a random part of the map can just end that for you. But
Hmm.
a multiplayer, like you'd say you're on a streak, oh you die, well you can start a new streak up. Like
Well, the thing about it too is that I mean, I don't know. Your adrenaline just fucking really gets going towards the end. Like,
oh yeah,
especially when you haven't won as much as us. Like, there's people with thousands of wins. I'm sure they fucking at the end of the game, like they're not really,
oh yeah, they're probably just all calm. It's another day at the office for them.
right, right. But for us, it's like, fuck, dude, we're going.
Butthole
Like,
puckered, you know.
butthole puckered, yo. Like, come on now. With that being said, though, I know that was like a quick 5 minute topic or whatever, but this is a good time to move on to another one I've written down. I have it written down here: COD multiplayer and it being repetitive. So as you know, or Anthony may not know because it's been a minute. Um, I had a vacation this past week, and holy fuck was I bored! Like, I played Modern Warfare multiplayer for literal like 3 days straight, 4 days straight. And don't get me wrong, like I had a little bit of fun, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of fun, but it got so fucking like depressing and repetitive. I don't know what it is about COD nowadays, but after playing it for a while, like it just gets so fucking depressing. Like genuinely fucking
I
depressing.
haven't been able to. Well, I mean, even in general, like most games, I can't sit down and play for hours on end anymore.
Oh yeah.
Like the only time I really play games now is when we play Warzone, and that's about it. Like half
Uh-huh.
the time I'm out doing something, or I don't know, I'm just never in the mood to really play anything.
Right. Right. I mean,
But I mean, I guess COD would have something to do with that too, because COD was always kind of like a game you could fall back on. Like, oh, I got nothing to play, let me play COD. And
right.
now you can't even do that because it's not like the CODs are bad. It's just I don't know. You've been playing them for so long. It's just
I don't
kind of
know,
like what
some of them are
else?
kind of bad.
Well, I'm talking about this one in particular, Cold War. It's not a bad game, but
I could
there's just
argue
not a
that.
lot to do.
Yeah, I could argue that Modern Warfare is it's definitely gotten better. When it first came out, it was god awful, but it's definitely
Yeah.
gotten better. Like the fact that I played it for 3 or 4 days, like that should tell you like it's definitely gotten better. I mean, I have fun, but like there's nothing that feels like the old days, Like
Hmm.
you would be so fucking excited to get on. It wouldn't be depressing. It wouldn't be like, oh, I have nothing to do. I guess I better
Yeah.
get on COD to deal with, my depression or whatever. But it was like just fun. Like
You
I
see,
feel
I
like it's
think
missing that fun factor.
I think what's really missing is like, because back in the day, let's say, oh man, I'm tired of playing team deathmatch or domination. Let me hop on search and destroy and see who's talking shit today. Like you can't really do that
Yeah,
anymore.
right, right.
Because even if you do like a lick of shit talking, you get banned like for a week. So
It's because I'm not afraid to say it. All these gamers are fucking pussies, yo. Like I don't care. Like a lot of them, they'll preach mental health, which I get, and I
yeah,
100% get that. But if you're a fucking bitch, like mute the fucking game chat. Don't be bitching and
yeah,
complaining about how people are. Oh, they're talking shit to me today. I'm fucking depressed. All this. Like if you're genuinely like getting depressed and shit over it, like you realize there's an option to fucking mute all of game chat in the entire game, right? Like,
yeah,
like that's just how it just amazes me, because back in the day, like the internet was raw as fuck. Like
yeah,
nobody cared, and nobody would bitch and complain about it. Like people would be talking shit to me all day long. Like I'm not gonna get depressed about it or whatever. Like everybody's just a fucking bitch nowadays. Like, and it genuinely makes no sense to me because these are the same people who played Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. Like they're the same
mm,
fucking people. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like it really doesn't. It's just like we were
yeah,
talking about how um I don't really follow like professional COD or anything, but it's just like how Scump got super fucking heated over, the little shit talking the other team did on Twitter the other day. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. There's really no reason to get butthurt about that, but um, you know, Anthony, you got
Yeah.
anything to say?
No, not really.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I don't play much multiplayer, so
No,
It's
I
like,
feel
it's
But I
just
know
on
what you mean
Smite
by
right
it. It is
now.
kind of
Yeah,
repetitive.
he been focused on that Smite gameplay. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I don't know. Why don't you? Oh yeah, I was about to ask. Why don't you stream? But you know, we figured that out the other day, like 2 weeks ago. It's because his internet's god awful. But yeah, I don't know. You know, along with my vacation too, it just got so fucking like dark and depressing. Like I was in a terrible mind state before I went back to work. Like it was just like I felt so alone. Like I could
Well, yeah.
definitely
I mean,
like I don't know. If you're like an actual like streamer who makes money, it's like your full-time job. I could absolutely see how that could be, you know, taking a very big toll on your mental health.
yeah.
Like
Because half the time you're not seeing anybody, you're just looking at the chat. It's like,
yeah, you're not talking to anybody, you're not seeing nobody. Like I talked to you guys like for maybe a couple hours a night, but that was like
Mhm.
it. You know, that was literally it. Like I didn't really see my family at all. I didn't, which is kind of my fault. Like I have the option to go, you know, hang out with people or whatever, but
yeah,
a lot of them, it's the middle of the week too. A lot of them are working or they got shit going on. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like um, yeah, I don't know. It got very very fucked, which made me think like would I be able to survive as a full-time streamer? Not even like in terms of money or anything. I mean like would I be able to handle that for, you know, I don't know, like you know, as a career in general, like
I'd say
unless
you just have to balance it out with something like if you full time stream, just like go to the gym or something, or just something that forces you to go outside.
mhm.
You know, every now and then and interact with somebody.
Well, that was the other thing too I was thinking about is like my life right now isn't set up around streaming, obviously, because I don't, you
Yeah.
know, gain shit from streaming. I just kind of do it for fun, you know? Like, my life is set up around my job, pretty much, right? But it's like,
Hmm.
I feel like it's one of those balance type of things where you got to almost set up your life to be a streamer, right? So, look at, like, I don't know, look at, like, content houses, right? Like, they see each other every day. They
Mm.
you know, they're going out and doing stuff, right? But it's with the people that sit inside all day, don't do shit, they don't fucking go out. Like, yeah, you're gonna kind of be in a shitty mind state, which is what a lot of people don't realize. Like, I don't know, streaming from I understand this 100%, but streaming, looking at streaming from the outside in, like, it would seem like a dream job, like absolutely, and it kind of is, right? Like it is.
Yeah.
Let's not cap, like it is. But it doesn't. Let's not. It just because you're a streamer don't mean your life is like all sunshine and rainbows. Like that definitely comes with its tolls, like mental health. That's like the big one, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not fucking seeing anybody, which I guess you could argue the same thing for an office job, depending on what type of job it is. But I don't know. Like, plus
I guess.
adding on to that, you got people. If you're a full time streamer, you got people talking shit in your chat, no matter what, every single day, and you're gonna look at it whether you like it or not. You know,
Yeah.
if you can handle that too, like you gotta have thick skin, 100%. Like I could handle that, but at the same time, like it would also take a toll over time. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just one of the things I was thinking about while I was on vacation. Like it just kind of opened my eyes, you know, a little bit.
That's why everyone needs like that outlet. You know, just make sure you go out and do something, just something else other than being inside all day.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing too. I can't play hockey right now because of the virus. They don't have
Yeah.
anything going on with hockey because you know how those locker rooms get. Like,
Yeah.
they get
I
they
mean,
get a little
shit. Even a normal gym locker room, like I had that old dude just flailing his dick around.
fun. Yeah, you're super happy about that.
I was not. I was very upset actually. And he had the
That's
audacity to get behind me, still butt naked, tell me, "Oh, excuse me," like, bro, like, please, like, go put something on.
right. Well, that's what I don't know. I don't know how you can handle that shit, Anthony.
You know what?
Like every time I get on, you're just playing games, just chilling, hanging out.
A lot of times I'm just sitting here, just look at the screen now and then.
You don't
Fucking don't even really think I'm really been playing Smite.
You don't
That's
feel
really
like
every now and then I'll just get on Binding of Isaac or something, play it like a round or so, and just
yeah,
be
but
done.
you don't feel like down or anything like that. You know, like you don't
I get
feel
bored.
depressed.
Not really.
You don't get depressed. You don't go.
Huh.
Oh, around me, there isn't really anywhere to go.
I
I
can't.
mean, there's
I see a speedway right down the
oh man, a
street.
whole speedway. You can go
I see a
speedway and what?
church
Grab
right
some gummy
across the
bears.
street from there.
Good for that church.
Better go start praying,
Good
boy.
for them. I mean, yeah. I guess there's some people who I used to be like that. To be fair, just sit inside all day and play video games, but I don't know. I feel like my life has kind of just morphed into something where, you know, I'm involved in real life a lot more than I am on the internet. So
Yeah. I guess it's like once you get used to being out so often, it's like once you just inside all day, it's like, well, fuck,
Mhm.
like this kind of sucks.
well, especially with my job, since I'm out in the public, like I'm talking to people like all day
Yeah.
long, like just
Well, yeah, like
random
most
fucking strangers.
like last couple jobs I've had to interact with like a bunch of people like every single day. So like if I'm inside all day and I'm only talking to Armando and Jose for fucking like hours on it, like I get bored.
Yeah, especially when Jose's trying to like dry hump you, you know,
Yeah.
like.
Like I can't like turn around when he tries to slap my ass or something. Like, bro, please. Like,
Be chilling. He just comes over like, "Here, you fucking want some?" I was like, "Bro, please, we're trying to chill."
Drew is telling me, was it yesterday? Like he'll act normal around like normal people and whatever, and then when he gets in the apartment, he's like dry humping Drew and shit.
yes.
like,
Next time he tries homes me, I'm putting him in a fucking hurt lock.
yeah, I mean you're probably bigger than him. You look bigger than him, so.
I already put him in a hurt lock.
I mean, like I said, like I think Jose was like 150 or something like that. Like he's not really a big guy, so
He's like, "Oh, I got to cut." I'm sitting here like, "What do you got to cut?" There's nothing to cut.
that's how he needs to weight lift. Is what he needs to do.
Yeah, I feel like
But-
me and Jose have like perfect body types for weightlifting.
Oh, definitely.
Like, I don't know. We don't have any weight that we have to lose before we gain, you know. So
I mean, as long as you eat properly and like gain weight the right way, you could like
Totino's party pizza. Let's go,
you
baby.
you could easily like bulk up and shred out at the same time.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
me, I was like super impatient. Like if I did it the correct way I was supposed to, I'd probably only be like 160 by now because you're only supposed to gain like a pound every now and then.
Right.
But I put on was like fucking like 60 pounds, 50 or 60 pounds in like a year
Right.
because I was like I don't want to fuck. I'm like I need to put on this weight. So
No, I feel that. I feel that on a spiritual level. I feel that. What about you, Anthony? How many pounds you gain?
a lot, all of them.
Sir, I actually lost 20 pounds working in Sicily
Yeah,
Road.
he probably gained it all back.
Wait, do you have another job, or are you still
No.
jobless?
No, I'm still jobless.
Oh,
He hasn't been looking.
well, how much longer could you like last? Do you pay rent?
Yeah. I can still last a bit, so I had money saved up.
Oh, I gotta. I mean, I could last for fucking. If I'm paying rent, I could probably last for like a year without working right now. But, you know, I kind of enjoy my job and I got benefits and shit, so it's kind of hard.
Plus,
to give
that
up.
the bank account keeps getting higher. You know, always a good
Yeah.
feeling.
No, I'm trying to get my bank account. I'm thinking about just getting a shit ton of money and then like paying off my car like damn near immediately, or
Yeah.
at least getting it down to like a minimal fucking payment to where it's like damn near nothing, but my credit's still going up,
Yeah.
which would probably be the smart move. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know what I want to do there, but I just got done with my lease on my car. Like it should have been 3 years, but I got it advanced, so it was only like 2 years. But my car was in like perfect condition, so they were cool with it, you know. So
Yeah.
technically, I don't know if I own the car, but I didn't know it. But when you're paying, when I was paying like my car payment for my lease, I wasn't even paying off the car. Like, I thought I was, but I wasn't apparently. So I'm still sitting at like 27 hundo or 27,000. Like,
That's how they get you.
right. Yeah, no, I thought I was sitting. I thought had it like halfway paid off by now. I was like, well, shit, dude, I could just put the rest of my money towards this, and I'll have a nice car, and I won't even have a fucking payment. Like at like 20 years old. Fuck yeah, dude. That's crazy to think about, though. I'm 20 now. Like,
Yeah.
feels like just yesterday I was fucking 16, 15. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, was I talking to you about it? I think I was talking to you or Mondo, one of them, but I was like, I told you I watched this video of like some old dude who was like who just turned 99 or whatever,
oh yeah, you told me.
and
Yeah.
he was talking about how quick like everything just went for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, dude, like lately, like every time I blink, I'm like in January, and then I blink again, and I'm like, shit, I'm in October now. Like it's about to be December, you know?
It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Like, you know, like one day, like it felt like we just started this year, and then I fucking like took 2 steps and looked around, and it was my birthday, and I'm like, huh, like
Right.
it's just flying, you know?
It feels like we really all like, or I guess I don't know about you and Anthony, but it feels like me and you we didn't meet just that long ago, but it's been like 7 years.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I know.
it's been a fucking minute, yo. Like,
That's just crazy to think about too, because I think it's like fuck, when did me and Ismo meet? It's been damn near 10 years at this point with me and him, so
yeah, it's coming up on a decade. Like,
yeah.
it's getting close. Like, that's fucking crazy to think about. Like, I don't know. Like, well, I was talking to my dad about it too, and he's like, I think it's 50, 51. Like,
hmm
he said it went super fast for him, especially when you're working and you're like in the same career, like, damn near your whole life. Like, you're pretty much doing
yeah.
the same thing every day. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
days just go by fucking fast as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. In reality, like, you think about it, and assuming we make it that far, like, we got like 70 or 80 years, but in
Mhm.
reality, like, that ain't shit. Like, the earth has been around, or humans have been around forever now, like
Yeah.
70 or 80 years. That ain't fucking shit.
It's so weird to think about. Like, I remember being a kid and like being like, "Yo, like this shit's taking forever." Like a year passing by, it
Right.
took forever.
Right.
And then like
Right.
now, I was thinking the other day, I'm like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Been out of high school for
and
like 4 or 5 years now.
yeah, I was talking to Jesse too, and he's about to come up on 10 years since he fucking graduated.
Jesus
That's
And I met him
crazy.
in high school, so
Yeah, that's crazy, yo. That is just, I don't know, that's so crazy to think about. Like, I don't know, I feel like I've taken some years off my lifespan too, assuming like I die naturally, right? Like, I feel
Mhm.
like at this point, I mean, everybody has unhealthy habits at some point or another, but
yeah,
I mean, over these past couple years, I've taken my habits to like the next fucking level. Like, it is so bad. I'm not terrible like talking right now, but like 6 or 7 months ago, I mean, we're talking, I was working like 12-hour shifts, I would say on average, and probably getting
yeah,
like 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night just so I could like try and stream, just so I could try and like grind. And on top of
yeah,
that, I was, I vape, I'm on nicotine, I drink energy drinks every day, like, and that's been going on for like 3 years now, damn near 4 years, like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Like, I'm taking it damn near to the next level. Like, and when I do manage, like, on my day off, like, fuck, today, I slept for like 6 hours last night. Woke up,
Mhm.
I have my dentist appointment or whatever. I went to that, came home, slept for like 2 or 3 more hours, and then got up. I was watching Attack on Titan for a little bit, and then I was like, fuck, still feel really tired. And then I fucking passed out until like 9:30, and I woke up at 9:30. I'm like, oh shit, dude, like it's time. I gotta get on. I got on, or no, I woke up, checked my phone. You texted me, and I woke up like right at 9:30. I think it was like 9:35, somewhere in there. And I was like, fuck, dude, like I could have slept right through that. Like, holy shit. Like, I really didn't think I'd sleep that long. It's crazy.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm a tired man. I grind, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grind.
Yeah,
I don't know. Shit. But,
yeah. I don't fault you for that.
fuck. It's not getting nowhere. Like, it don't, like, none of it really matters when your health just declines so much, too, though, Like,
Yeah, but I mean, like, you're still relatively young, so like, you got time to fix it. You know,
yeah,
like if
no,
you're doing this shit when you were like 50, I'd be like, that's raps. Like, it's GG's for you.
yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to handle that. But I mean, it's a sacrifice you make, right? You want to live comfortably, you want to have a good life. Like, I'm willing to put everything aside, put my social life aside and everything, as
Well, yeah, that's why a
unhealthy
lot
as
of
it is. Like,
people. They'll say like grind in your early years, so that way when you're older you don't have to.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to do what I'm doing now as like at 30
Same.
years old. Like,
All right, I got 2 kids and shit. Like,
yeah, right. Like, speaking of which, I don't know if I want to have kids. I really don't. This world is going to shit. It's going to hell in a handbasket, and I don't know if I want to bring kids into that. You know.
you might as well. Who's gonna carry on the Billy legacy? You know.
Depending on, depending on if there is a legacy, I don't know. I might just drop. I might drop here soon. Like, I'm not sure. Imagine like 5 years from now, Billy, the #1 streamer on Twitch, just a fucking legend, right? Like, who's gonna carry that shit on? Who's gonna carry that shit? I need a kid so I can, make him carry it on or whatever.
As soon as he's walking, he's get him on the keyboard and the desk and be like, "You're gonna start streaming right now. You gotta learn."
I've already decided. I like, obviously, listen, we joke, but if I have a kid, like, he can do what he wants. Like, it's his life or whatever. I would prefer if he, kind of did what I do, but like, I already decided that if I have a kid, I'm gonna have him at the very least. I'm gonna have him like try out hockey as a young kid because I look back and I started learning how to ice skate in middle school, and if I would have learned like as a young kid, like I would probably have a pretty good chance of playing professionally. Like, I just learned so fucking fast. Like, by the time my senior year hit, I had been playing for like 4 or 5 years, and I was already like better than most kids who had been playing their whole lives. So I don't know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's always the chance that, if you have a kid and he doesn't like it, he says like, I want to go play basketball or whatever. I'd be cool with that, whatever. But I don't know anything about basketball. Like, I can't, I can't help you there. So we're gonna have to like, learn the
As long as he
sport.
doesn't try to grow up and be a gamer, because I already went down that path.
Well, we're here now. Like, depression, boys. Fuck.
Yeah,
Think about it, though. Think about how crazy that would be, right? If you and you alone, like, just created a fucking legacy for yourself, right? And then you had kids or a family or whatever, and they carried that legacy on through the generations, right? And, like, I don't know, like, 2 or 3 generations down the line, they look back and they're like, this one man started all of this. Like, do you know how fucking dope that would be? I don't know. To me, that seems just fucking dope, right? Like, imagine being the guy who created a full-blown, like, legacy for one family. Like, that's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, like, the guy who, like, made... Who, because you know how, like, people have generational wealth or whatever, right? Like, their grandparents are millionaires and their grandparents are millionaires. Like, the person being the person who starts that,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, look at Drake. His family, like, down the generation, like, that's insane,
Yeah.
And he's the guy who started all that. Now, I don't know where Drake comes from. I don't even know if he comes from, like, the hood or anything. But, because I know he was
kind of, sort of.
He was an actor before he was, right? He was an actor? He played, he played the retarded dude on... Yeah. I don't know if he was retarded, but...
No, he was just crippled. Like...
Yeah, he was crippled. Not retarded, but... Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have to wrangle him, do I?
No, like his family, like they're kind of like middle class people. Like, they weren't like rich, but they weren't really poor or anything.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of like...
I mean, I'd look more so to like fucking Kanye. Like, dude's a billionaire.
Oh yeah,
and it came from like being raised by a single mother,
Mm-hmm. Isn't he like he's like the richest black man now, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that's fucking insane. You're a literal goat. I think Kanye, like, this goes back to what we were saying the other day, but like, even without, personally, I'm not that big of a Kanye fan, right? But there's no doubt, like, he has a fucking legacy going right now. Like, he's gonna go down as one of the greatest, So. That's just how it is. And, like, 10 years from now, kids are going to be like, oh, Kanye, he's trash, Like, kids nowadays say about, like, Tupac or Biggie. I fucking love, like, old school hip-hop, like, boom bap. you know, kids nowadays.
Brass monkey.
They just prefer the newer shit.
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense to me because I'm fucking so
Right.
bored of hip hop, yo. Like, it's so trash now. I can't fucking listen to it. It's all the same shit.
She was all like, "Oh, have you listened to these people?" I'm like, "Dude, I can't."
I
What the fuck are
saw.
you talking about? Like, I don't recommend music to you ever. Like, what?
No, yeah.
If I do, it's usually some joke artist. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I mean, I saw some. What was it? Oh yeah, Eminem. I saw some Eminem lyrics, like old school Eminem lyrics. That dude was a fucking psycho, yo. Like you never hear any of that shit nowadays. It was like fuck, what was it? It was about like I would come in my mother and have a son and a new brother or something like that, something crazy. It was on
Yeah.
I'm Back off the Marshall Mathers, but it was like you just don't hear that shit nowadays. Like that shit was crazy. Like he was low key like he was a fucking psycho for saying that shit like to every
I
and
mean,
broadcasting it to the
Like,
fucking world.
he
Like
he was hopped up on drugs like 9
Yeah.
times out of 10. So
oh yeah.
We
But
also got to think he's like what we were talking about earlier, like how he was just from, he's from fucking Detroit,
oh
the
yeah.
hood and shit like that. His mom was a crack addict and shit like that.
Well, so are y'all, so
Huh?
crack addicts,
I
like
guess we're crack addicts, huh?
yeah, motherfucker, like what's good? Like for real though, Eminem is a goat. For me anyway, he's top 3 for sure at the very least. Like he's a fucking goat, but I don't know.
His,
You just
his
don't hear
older
that
stuff
shit.
is better though, like than his newer
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
I could argue though that even though a lot of people don't fuck with his newer stuff, I could argue that as a lyricist, he's getting like better as time goes on, like way better.
I think
I don't
half
know.
the problem is like he just like he picks like these weird janky beats that just don't really fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the beat selection's kind of trash. I gotta
Mhm.
keep it a stack. I don't know who's producing his beats, but like,
It's time for them to go.
yeah. No, as a lyricist, he's really fucking good. I mean, he is one of the greatest rappers, but I don't know. I guess you got to look at every artist individually. Like you look at Mac Miller, and as a producer, I think Mac Miller is like one of the greatest producers of all time, personally. But even though he doesn't identify as like a producer, right? Like he still produced like a good chunk of his own beats. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he would sit there and just make beats all day. Like he'd go live on Instagram and just fucking start making beats. Like I don't know. But I was gonna bring up like sometimes this is gonna sound kind of shitty to say, especially with what's happened over the past few years, but I feel like sometimes when you're on drugs as a rapper, like it makes your music better, I guess, in a way.
Oh,
Like
for sure. Like I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
it sounds kind of shitty to say, seeing as what's happened over the past few years,
Yeah.
but it's undeniably true, right? Like you're gonna, I don't know. I'm not a druggie. I don't do drugs anymore. I used to. I don't use anymore. Like I'm sober as fuck now, but I can definitely like see how that could absolutely make your music like better. I don't know.
I mean, just look at Chance the Rapper. Like a lot of people loved his old shit, and then he got sober or whatever, and everybody hates him now.
Yeah. I don't hate him now. He's had a couple of good songs, you know.
Hot Shower, banger.
No.
Underrated.
No. That's relaxed, right? What are the lyrics? Hot. What was
Hot, hot damn, hot water, hot shower.
it? Hot damn, hot water, hot shower. Yeah, I don't know. Mac Miller was never sober though. Like he got it under control, but he was never sober. Like obviously, like
I don't think he was like a crazy druggie either. Like I don't think he was like high like every single day in the studio. You know.
at one point he was. At one point, it was while he was making Good AM and Faces. He absolutely was. Because I remember, was it?
Is that before or after the Ariana thing?
I believe it was before. It had to have been before, actually, because the Divine Feminine was kind of influenced by her.
Yeah.
So it had to have been before. what's that guy's name? Fucking Montana, French Montana. I'm not listen. I don't really like French Montana that much, but he tried his damnedest to get Mac to stop, but he
Mhm.
just wouldn't stop. Like they'd be sitting in the studio. There's a video. It was on a documentary I watched, but there was a video of him, and you know how you get those like 2 liters of soda, like
Yeah.
he would get the 2 liter of Sprite and mix it all into fucking lean, all of it, and he'd just start drinking it like crazy fucking amounts of it.
Hmm.
Like a lot of people, you don't see it, right? Like you don't ever see any of this stuff because it's obviously people just aren't proud of this stuff. Like you will never see it, but
Mhm.
yeah, he was in a really bad spot for a while, but he
Yeah.
kind of got it under control. Like he was never really sober, but he got it under control. So,
Yeah.
but even that takes a lot. So I respect it, right? Like, and even looking now, like I couldn't. I don't know. I don't know if I can quit nicotine at this point. It's just kind of a part of my life now. So
Oh fuck.
it would be extremely hard for me to quit that shit. But
I feel like with most like addictions, like it's obviously easier said than done, right? But
oh yeah,
you always just have to, I guess, kind of like replace it with something else. Like,
hmm
for example, I
keep
don't know,
talking.
just
I'm gonna get a
fucking
drink.
anytime you're sticking to something, you're thinking about doing it, smoking, drinking, whatever it is, just find a new little outlet, something to keep your mind busy. I'm Swiffer on my floor.
For me, I just don't have a reason to do it at all.
Shut
Like
up,
when I was
druggie.
like,
I see
oh,
you smoking all the time.
that's cut.
Go ahead.
But no, my fucking mom, she's like, oh, you try this, you want to try this, try weed or something, just go to her.
Mm,
I'm like, probably not going to, but
mm.
thanks for the offer. I still never bothered doing it, I have no reason to smoke and shit.
Yeah, I felt that same way. I just never seen a reason for me to get high or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that.
All right, your boy's back. Your boy's back. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of. I'm glad I didn't try to go down that route any farther because if I would have, I definitely would have lost myself. I mean, I know people who like went down that route, and it's just like when you talk to them now, it's just not the same.
Yeah, they're like completely different people half the time.
They're out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I played hockey with a kid, and he was damn near the best fucking player I've ever seen. Like, he was really fucking good, and it's fucking sad because he wanted as a kid. I've known him since we were like 9, 10 years old, right? Like as a kid, he talked about it all the time. I'm gonna go to the NHL. I'm gonna be a professional. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And he was really fucking good, like really good.
Mhm.
And he had been smoking weed like pretty much all his life, and I never saw a huge problem. Like he wasn't doing zanies or anything like that. He was never he had his life under control in middle school and stuff. But then after that, sometime in high school, I think he moved from Colorado. I live in Colorado for the people who don't know, but he went from Colorado to I think like somewhere on the East Coast, but he didn't know anybody, and the hockey teams there fucking sucked apparently. So he just started smoking more and more, and fucking lost himself, I guess. But
Mhm.
which sucks too because his family was they I don't want to call them druggies. Like I don't want to disrespect them because they weren't like
Yeah.
they weren't like crack addicts or anything. But his mom definitely smoked weed. His mom and dad were
Yeah.
divorced, all that. But they they really did they tried to help him with his dreams, so I respect that. But um yeah, it's just it sucks because now whenever I text him or whatever, like he's just not the same person like at all.
Yeah.
And it's super sad, like it's genuinely fucking sad because he was like the homie, he was like my best friend. Fucking sucks.
You
I
know
feel
what?
like
Thinking of that, I'm gonna talk a second, but thinking of that, I think Zach went down like a similar road because like before he blocked us, like the months leading up to that, like every one of his snaps would be him getting ready to smoke weed or something.
yeah.
Really?
So I feel, yeah, like so I
I
feel
didn't
like
know
that
that.
shit just changes you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to always give him shit too. I'm like, bro, like all you do is smoke. Like, come on now. You post anything else?
I did not know that.
Yeah, you big old weed head now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. This shit does change you. Like it it changed me a little bit too, because before I did drugs, before I drank and all that, like I was sober as hell, and I should have been. I was a kid, right? Like no
Yeah.
kid should be doing that, but like I was super against drugs as a kid. Like I made it a point to not do drugs and all that, and then it just fucking changed me. Like I don't know. I could argue that gaming was definitely like it had. I know it sounds like a nerdy ass thing to say, right? But gaming definitely had a fucking influence on that. Hey Bucko, can you stop fucking organizing your shit? We're doing a podcast.
And it's out there swift in the kitchen again.
Yeah, come on now. No, but it had an influence on me for sure, because I would learn how to not go outside. I would learn how to just like avoid people pretty much, like because before I started playing video games, like believe it or not, I was super active. I was outside playing football with all the kids. Like this was kind of before like all the phones and shit took over. So you know, all the kids on the block would be outside playing football and stuff, and I'd play, you know. So I kind of like caught the tail end of like the last, you know, kind of generation, I guess, to like really go outside and, you know, everybody on the block like parties and shit, you know. I kind of caught the tail end of that, like, because right after I you know, got into high school is kind of when that started happening.
Yeah, pretty much same.
But
it was like midway through middle school was when I was like, most into like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play fucking games all day, like fuck school, dude. I'm trying to game.
Yeah,
it really helped too that like my mom kind of like, or both my parents say, after dealing with like 4 of my brothers, they kind of just let me do whatever the fuck I wanted. So I'd be like, hey, yo, can you call me in? I don't want to go to school today. And they'd be like, okay.
Like, yeah, my parents just kind of gave up. I don't blame them at all, because they definitely tried, but I was a stubborn ass fucking kid. Like,
yeah, with me being the fucking oldest, like I didn't get that. Fucking, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to go to school and do. Well, you're staying in your room and you're not playing games. I'm like, well, shit. I guess I'm being bored. But around high school is when they stopped just giving a fuck. I literally missed like 30 days of school in my senior year.
Oh yeah, my senior year was actually my junior year is more fucked than my senior year, because this was like damn near every day too of my junior year. But I would go to class. I would go to maybe like 1 or 2 classes. I would be late most of the time, and then like we had a pretty good sized group of friends, and we'd, you know, somebody would throw it in the group chat like, yo, I'm hungry. Y'all want McDonald's? Like, let's go to McDonald's. And then that would lead to go playing ball. And one time we went fucking fishing, you know, like, like that.
Skip school and fishing, bro.
Yeah, it would lead to like, and then sometimes we'd go out and just find people to race on the streets and shit, even though we had like a Ford Explorer, and, you know, I was like the only one with a car too, so we'd be mobbing with like 15 people just stuffed into this fucking Ford Explorer. We'd have like 4 or 5 people sitting in the trunk and shit. Like, that shit was fire. No, that was fun though. That was fun. But listen, man, kids nowadays, I've experienced the best of both worlds. Like, I'll tell you, like, before phones and shit came along, that shit was golden, yo. Like, going outside and fucking playing ball with the boys and shit. Like, that shit was golden. Like, I don't know.
I feel like, yeah, it was a good mix. Like, I'd say around from like 2006 to 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a good mix. Like, you play with your boys outside till about 6, 7 o'clock, and then you go inside and you hop on the Xbox, play some Halo 3 with the same guys, you know?
Literally.
Right.
But then, like, everybody got phones and shit. And
another thing, too, it don't help that, like, social media nowadays has such a huge influence. Like, I don't think people realize how much of a influence, like, Twitter has on the world. Like, it's just like, if you throw a video out there of, you know, some guy getting harassed or whatever, that literally goes viral, and then the guy, it literally destroys their lives. Like,
and that's
literally.
Like, what I feel like is wrong with our generation are people just fucking don't care about others, you know? They only care about themselves. Like, oh yeah, they're fighting, you know, this is fucking hilarious. I'm just sitting here like, how is this really funny, you know?
Yeah.
Like, out of high school, people would just sit there and fight. People would cut around. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go this way. I don't want to get involved.
Right.
And then they'd catch Anthony lacking and
literally. Sitting in middle school times. Yo, you're lacking. Let me throw a book at you.
Cool.
Not
But yeah,
doing anything.
everything gets recorded now. Like I seen this video the other day of like this really bad car crash and like nobody was helping. They were just recording it the whole time. Like everyone's just
Right.
around with their phones recording.
When I was in high school, I was behind a car and we were in the left lane getting ready to take a left turn, and the light, you know how the light goes green, but it's not the arrow, it's just a green light, so you're
Yeah,
waiting for
it's the
people to
green light,
pass.
yeah.
Um, it turned into, we were all sitting at a red light and it turned into like the arrow so we could turn, we didn't have to wait for people. And this car
Yeah.
starts going and I hear a horn, and I don't know what I was doing. I think I was looking at like my speedometer or something. I don't know. I was out of it. But I was going to work, and this guy, like, he didn't do nothing wrong. He just, the arrow turned green and he started going, and I heard a horn honk, and this fucking SUV going like 60 and a 40 ran the red light and just slammed into the side of this fucking car. And I was in disbelief. I was like, dude, like, holy shit. So I put it in park and I fucking got out, and I heard a baby crying, and I was like, oh fuck, like, this is the last thing I want to fucking see today. And
Yeah.
I was yelling at people because people weren't getting out of their fucking car, like they had
Yeah,
they
people
were
just
just
don't give a fuck nowadays.
they were just watching. I was yelling at people. I was like, fucking call 911, do something, bro. Like, and I was getting out. I was like the first person over to that car. The lady got out. She was like traumatized. And I was like, where's the baby? Like, is the baby okay? Like, are you guys good? And I opened the rear door or whatever. Baby was fine. Thank fucking God. I was not trying to see nothing crazy like that. But, literally, like the guy who slammed into that car, his car was laying on the side on the other side of the fucking street, and there's fucking nobody over there. I was like, I looked up. This was like, keep in mind, this was like a full blown like 30, 45 seconds, and there was nobody fucking over there. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, really? Like, we got a full blown like,
Accident and shit, and people are just trying to ignore
yeah,
it.
like, come on, dude. Like, fuck. Like, there's still people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. I don't think anybody ultimately got hurt, although before the cops got there fucking fast too, actually. Before I could go check out the I almost just said the UAV. The SUV. Before I could go check out the SUV, the cops rolled up and they told me, they're like, yeah, just turn around and leave, like, you're good. And literally, like, nobody was getting out of the SUV. Nobody checked on it, anything. And I don't know. They could have died. I literally don't know. I don't know. Like nobody fucking checked on it. I was like, okay. So I just got in and I left. I called my boss. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be late. I just witnessed. He was cool about it or whatever. Like, but yeah, no, it's just crazy shit like that, yo. Like, I get that when you see that type of stuff, like, you're in shock, obviously, right? But
Yeah.
you got to get the fuck out or call 911, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to fucking grow a set and help these fucking people out, because, I mean, there's a chick, that baby could have fucking died. Like, that shit, they T-boned that car hard. Like, it wasn't no bumper tap or nothing. Like, they fucking slammed into that car. Like, and he was going 60. I mean, like, that's kind of that's fucking fast, especially in like a 40. Like, this is like streets in a neighborhood, like, I don't know, it's just fucking wild shit, like, that was probably like the worst car crash I've ever seen. I've seen like people get rear-ended and stuff, but that was definitely like the worst one I've seen. I mean, the SUV was on its side. So.
I've seen a car. Like, I didn't see the car crash, but I did drive by one time. A car was just on its side, and I was like, "Oh, fuck happened here?"
Right.
Yeah, no, just fucking this recent winter, just driving by. We had to go fucking 20 on a fucking highway, dude, because it was that bad. You just have people fucking flying by you, who's going 70, 80. I'm like, dude, you're just gonna fucking end up in a ditch. And sure enough, 10 minutes later, we're just driving by and just doing in the fucking ditch. A few semis in the ditches. I'm just like, well, that's.
Oh, people drive like psychos nowadays too.
Right.
Not even drunk or anything, just sober as fuck. Like, they just drive like complete psychos. Like, I got a fast car. Like, I'm a car guy. I like cars. You know what I'm saying? But I don't drive like that. Like, I'm chilling when I drive. I'm a super fucking defensive driver. Like, if I don't see a need to go over, like, I won't go over. And like, very rarely do I ever see a need to go over. Like, I'll go 5 or 10 over at the max. But if there's really like nobody around, like, I will. I don't know. With that being said, though, I've also gone. I think my top speed is, I think it's like somewhere around 135. I was hauling ass, yo. Like, I was on the highway. It was like 2 a.m. I was pissed off. I was just flooring it. I was in sixth gear, just fucking rolling,
Yeah,
yo.
I
Like,
went like I went like 110 or 115 on my Impala, and it started shaking. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should stop. Like,
Yeah, this shit's about to break down, bro.
it was doing like the death wobble where the
yeah, I
yeah
was like,
yeah
oh, I was
yeah.
like, maybe I shouldn't.
The first car I had in high school was a 90. I think it was a 97 Jeep. Was it a Cherokee? Grand Cherokee? Yeah, I think it was a Grand Cherokee. 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It would do the death wobble going 40. Like, I literally had to avoid highways because I just couldn't drive on them. Like, shit, crazy shit, Lou. I don't know. It's just fucking crazy, though, nowadays, man. Fucking kids.
A lot of drivers are like super selfish too. Like, you ever try to merge onto a highway and like they just
Yeah.
know that
But didn't that happen to us the other day too, though? Like,
yeah, I think so.
yeah. I think it was like, yeah, when Jesse was driving, I think we were trying to get in, and like, the dude just drove right past us.
Yeah,
I'm like, well,
well,
that was
he,
a
he
dickhead.
he seen us coming, and then instead of like slowing down a little bit so we can get in front, he's like stepped on that shit.
Yeah.
To
All
Like,
be
right,
you could
bro.
even, like, you could even just fucking, like, go in two different lanes so we can just come on through, too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to, but it's
But, yeah.
recommended. Like, you're supposed to let people merge those. It's
Yeah,
goal.
I was well to be I don't want to be that guy, right? But to be I don't know what the word is, but it technically you don't have to like let people like it's their responsibility to merge. But at the same time, right? Like I'm trying to be a good Samaritan,
respectful,
you know
you
what I'm
know?
saying? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like driving etiquette is what it's supposed
Yeah.
to be. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
let people
common
if you
sense,
got
you know?
if you got room to let a guy merge, let him merge.
Slow down or something.
Mm-hmm.
In reality too, like you be hauling ass, you're fucking going left to right to left to right, and you're fucking dodging cars and shit. But in reality, like you're not gonna get to your destination much faster, like
Yeah, you can get there like 2 seconds quicker. Like, congrats.
yeah.
That's why I like, especially in the winter. Like he was talking, I don't see why people drive like 80 miles an hour in a snowstorm. Like,
Yeah, like I don't know. If it's snowing like super hard and somebody, they obviously don't feel comfortable or whatever, like I'll let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you do you. Like I'm not trying to, fuck that up for you or whatever. But I don't know. Like I remember this was like probably about a year ago at this point. This guy fucking sped past us. It was like a snowstorm. He was going like 50 in a 40. It was like a super bad snowstorm, and I found his car in a ditch like 2 miles up the road.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah, you get what you fucking deserve, goddammit.
Get what you fucking deserve.
I don't know. It's fucking crazy, yo.
I mean, like, I can somewhat understand semis because, they have to be somewhere. But,
Yeah, but
when
even
you're going,
then, like,
even when you're going over the speed limit, you're supposed to be going like 60, 55 with a fucking semi, and this dude's going 80. I'm just like, dude, chill.
yeah. Well, I mean, even then, like, yeah. I get you got shit to do, but listen, you can't fool me. I watch Riding with Dave, goddammit. Like, like you don't have to go that fast, yo. Like, it's understandable if you get caught up in some traffic or whatever. Like, they'll understand that traffic is traffic.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Like,
I'm sure you can tell him like, hey, there's a crazy snowstorm, so it might be like half hour later, some shit. Like, I'm sure he won't be like, oh, dude, you're trying to be safe. Like, fuck off, you're fired.
yeah, right. Like, yeah, my boss was super cool about it. Since I gotta drive somewhere if it's a snowstorm, he's like, take your time. Like, I get that you might get to stores a little later. Like, take your fucking time. So. I don't know. I was gonna bring up this was kind of funny, but one day I was coming home from work and on the side of the highway there was like two cars and one of them rear-ended the other and a bunch of people standing on the side of the highway and shit. And I was talking, it was kind of like the same topic I was talking to my coworkers about. And I was like, yeah, like 2 weeks ago I saw this car. It was like flipped on its side. He got rear-ended and shit. He was like, oh, that was me. I was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, that was me. I got fucking rear-ended like a motherfucker. I was like, oh, okay. Shit was fucking funny.
I'm just glad the only accidents I've been in, like both of them, didn't really do shit. So
I've only been in one, and I was like 7 or 8. I forgot what exactly happened. I just know my fucking stepmom wasn't paying attention or something, and she like rear-ended someone that were like parked on the side,
Mhm.
or like they crashed already. I don't exactly remember. But there's another time where me and her almost got fucking. There's another thing with semis. They just don't pay attention a lot of times. Fucking, we were on the left lane, like the more outer lane and shit.
Mhm.
And I don't know why he was trying to merge left, but for some reason he did. He was trying to, and he almost fucking just
Well,
rammed us off the road and shit.
the thing with that is that sometimes semis can't see.
That yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they
true.
got
They
they
got
got
like blind spots,
yeah, they got a pretty big blind spot off the sides.
But
so something might look clear to them, but
yeah.
obviously it's not. So
But
I'm
do you guys
pretty
know? Do you guys know why they have like those spikes on their fucking wheels at all?
it's to pop tires if you get too close.
Okay. Oh
No.
yeah. Yeah.
No, we're
But no,
fine.
fucking Damien, he was helping a friend fucking move and shit, right? And they were using.
Mhm.
He was driving their car, and it was like nighttime. And the fucking semi, like literally, like the spikes destroyed the fucking whole right side of the car and shit.
Jesus.
And I'm just like, what the fuck's the point of them? You know, that shit will just fuck up your car.
I think
I
they're
don't know,
more for
I'm at-
like Lokes and everything. Like,
I'll ask Dave next time he's around.
All right, yeah.
he does the live streams. You should fucking pop in and ask him. He'll answer it.
Lit.
But no, I'm pretty courteous to semi drivers just because like I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of
Yeah.
people just don't understand like that they have blind spots. They they aren't as mobile as cars are and shit. Like I'm pretty courteous
Mhm.
to semi drivers, but.
That
And
some
not only
people try
that
to-
too, if you like cut them off or something, and you're
Oh,
like
they'll be
pretty.
pissed.
Not only that, but sometimes they straight up can't see you. If you have a small enough
Mhm.
car and you're close enough to like the front of their bumper, like yeah, they sometimes they just can't see you. They won't see you. Like
that and also if you cut them off and you try to stop right away, like it
They
takes them
can't
a minute
stop,
to
yeah,
stop, so you're gonna
they-
end up
Yeah,
getting clapped.
yeah.
Like
right.
Yeah, fucking. That's why they have like a lot of those. Like in North Carolina, I've seen a lot of these. They have like little fucking like dirt ramps on the sides and shit. They would have to go up it if they can't stop because it's like a fucking giant hill.
Oh yeah, the fucking off ramps. Yeah, those are pretty normal in Colorado just because we have a lot of mountains
Yeah,
and
that's-
shit. But
That's why I seen in North Carolina because there's fucking shit ton of mountains and whatnot.
yeah, they have those all over the place here.
Mhm.
But did you know? So when you're behind a semi and they have like that rail under the door, the reason they have that rail is so you don't get decapitated. I don't know if you knew that or not, but yeah, if they didn't have that rail and you like rear-ended them, you would get fucking decapitated if you're in a car. Like,
Doesn't sound so lit, so
yeah,
keep that in mind.
yeah. That's why I don't know. They a lot of they have shit for a reason. Bottom line.
Yeah.
you know
Dang
it's
it.
crazy because that was probably made because it happened before.
Oh
You know?
yeah, 100%. They're like, huh? Maybe we should add a fucking guard here. Like,
I mean, if people weren't fucking like driving on someone's ass, you know, that'd help a lot. But you just got people that just do that for some
Mhm.
fucking reason.
yeah. Well,
I'd be like
it's-
in a children's neighborhood going 25 and like some dude's right on my ass trying to go 70.
yeah, like that rail too is actually if you don't have that, that's illegal. Like you have to have that. So
Mhm.
you'll see it on like every semi or whatever, and if you don't, it's illegal. So
Going to jail.
when was the last
Probably
time you
see a
saw?
ticket.
When was the last time you saw like a cop pull over a semi though? Like,
I don't think I've ever have.
Yeah.
is there like I don't actually know. Is there like a rule against that or?
Well, I feel like they just follow the rules and shit. You know?
Yeah, I feel like they feel like they follow the rules more often, mostly because it's their job, you know.
Mhm.
Right. Same.
So-
Yeah, I'll go the speed limit when I'm on the clock. Like I ain't trying to get pulled over and shit.
Yeah.
Try to have to explain that to my boss. Hey, I got pulled over. I was going 60 and a fucking 40, you know. Like,
And they
Yeah.
also have like they have to be at a certain place in like a certain amount of time and shit, right? You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
like at the fucking meat plant I worked at, it was like a time where kill floor, like where they kill the cows and shit, they didn't have anything to do because the fucking they were all late and shit. So we were all sitting here just practically doing nothing for a
Yeah,
while.
they brought in cows there to kill.
Yeah.
Did you see him get killed?
No, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because when I was doing a tour, right, they brought us like the kill area where like you could see like the cows like hung up, you know, they're just sitting there, you know, opening them
Boys.
up and shit.
Dead as hell.
Literally. And I'm just like, dude, it fucking smells in here. I want out. Like, it was so bad. And apparently, like, they would like bring like I don't know why, but they had like baby cows there and shit too. I'm just like, why are they here?
They'd be like, you see what's gonna happen to you, bucko, if you don't start paying attention.
Let's see
But
what
no,
happens
if
next,
they're
okay?
there, they're dying. You know, they wouldn't be there any other reason.
Oh, and that's because I think baby cows like they produce like a different kind of it's like the
Okay.
same kind of meat, but I think it's more tender or some shit like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know much about it. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, ground beef, woo. I clean it up.
All right, burgers, like.
Yeah, apparently, fucking, they used to like, use what the fuck was it? Like a whole needle, like a spike. It was like a spike gun or some fucking shit. But apparently, like someone, this is like before I was working there, like a long time ago. Apparently, like someone like fucking shot someone else with a spike gun and shit. And I was like, Jesus Christ, but because and now they use like rubber bullets, like rubber pellets and shit.
Mm.
And you can just find them in the meat sometimes.
With the pellets.
Yeah, like we just have to clean it out,
Yeah,
shit like that.
I wouldn't doubt. Like, there's always like that one goof, like really like stupid dude at a job who like does something that you're obviously not supposed to do, and then like and they have to change up like the whole way they do things.
What else?
I don't.
Speaking of which, what else did they? Yeah, you can call it ahead. I'm gonna fucking think about what happened else. No, because he said that, and I was like, wait, didn't they do something else? Like change something because someone did something stupid?
That's with every job too, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always that one fucking retard who just does dumb shit. So I have another topic here to go on a little bit of a, a little bit. We won't talk about this too long, but who like I watched like. Have you ever heard of Blue Bloods?
What?
Sounds familiar.
TV show. Yeah, it's about like New York cops and like a family full of cops and stuff. But I was watching one of the episodes and I was, they were talking to like this one chick who inspects bodies for a living. Like, do you like how depressing would that be to just inspect dead bodies all day, every day?
I mean,
like,
it depends,
On the dead body.
Echo. Yeah, there can be people that just like, yeah, are like that, like, oh yeah, this is kind of depressing. But there's people that just like kind of enjoy that, like, oh yeah, this is a whole heart.
fucking psychos, yo. Like, fucking psychos.
It's something probably I wouldn't be able to do. I'm just like, yo, this is a whole body.
I wouldn't. Fuck that. I'm cool with stocking shelves with soda. I don't give a fuck. Like,
it's just like you open the shirt. Oh yeah, this man got stabbed.
oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing that
Yeah,
shit.
like
Yeah, man.
I just know like it's just because at some point like they get used to it. Like it's kind of like
Maybe
seeing
the-
paperwork or something.
Maybe
Like
in the
oh,
beginning,
the
like,
body.
Yeah.
But yeah,
when
you
you
do have
first
to
start.
have you obviously have to have like the stomach for it, like right off the bat though.
I mean,
Like you're not gonna catch me fucking slicing a man's body up, like I
Yeah,
can't do it.
fuck.
I mean, I might have the stomach. I don't know, but I still probably wouldn't do it. Yeah, no good.
Yeah, you'd have to pay me a lot of fucking money to do that. Like,
Oh, I'm sure they get paid a good amount.
yeah. I don't know. Do you go to college for that? Like,
I'm sure you'd
you-
have to, because
yeah.
you'd have to know the human anatomy. So
oh yeah, fair point. Yeah. Like I said, we wouldn't talk about that too long. I just wanted y'all's opinion on that. But no, I was watching. This is completely just out of the blue, but I was watching a fucking video, and it was like 2 hours long. And I watch, like sometimes on YouTube, I'll watch like political debates and shit. But
yeah,
there was this guy who I've been watching for a while. He's been in the streaming game for like 8 or 9 years now. Like he started like way back when this shit like first became a thing. But he does like political debates and shit. But he had a whole like 2 hour video on like stream sniping and whether what the argument was for the devs not doing anything about it and all like that kind of stuff, right? And a lot of the points that people were bringing up was just like defending stream snipers for like no reason. Like they would like the biggest point that people brought up, which isn't even really a fucking point, but they would say like, well, your job is to play video games for a living. Like it's kind of something you have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But like if you were a streamer, could you really fucking put up with that? Like it's just one of those things. Like if you're okay. This is one of the analogies he brought up, so I kind of took this from him. But one of the analogies he said was like, if you were let's say you were a waitress, right, at a really high end like steakhouse. You get paid a lot of money to do what you do, but every week or every day there's this guy that comes in and like pinches your ass, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you have to deal with that just because it's a part of your job? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even
Hmm.
just because you make a lot of money, just or have a good job,
Yeah.
like, do you have to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, streaming benefits like three different parties, right? The streamer, the viewers, and the game developers. But the game developers, I guess, don't have a they don't have to fucking stop stream sniping if they don't want to, right? Because it only affects a very, very small amount of people in reality. So I don't know. People just bring up a lot of stupid points, and I found this thread on Reddit too while I'm on the topic. Like it was the I don't play Rust, but it was the Rust Reddit, and it was a whole thread about how you know stream snipers, you're doing a great job, like good job, keep it up, like what? Come on,
Bro,
like,
Rust is toxic.
like, why
Like,
would you defend these
Jesus.
literal like subhuman
Mhm.
pieces of shit? Like, it makes no sense.
Like, you got streamers just trying to enjoy their times. You got these people who are just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go fuck you up.
It's just the mentality of
Like,
like, do you hate streamers
Rust,
that much? Like,
right? Like, Rust is toxic enough. Like, I was playing yesterday. I didn't play it long because it's toxic. I'm just saying you're trying to start out, because I don't play it that much. Like, I don't think I've fully like ever gotten a fucking base going and shit without just like, yeah, I'm done here. It's just because if you die once, like you just have like shit on you, you're just walking around like, oh, I'm already fucking dissatisfied.
yeah.
Fucking, you gotta deal with that shit. Like if you're a streamer, you just deal with that shit a lot. Like
Oh,
he's not
Rust is
just. They're not
especially
gonna want
bad.
to
Like,
deal with. Yeah, fucking that. Yeah. They're not gonna want to sit here and deal with fucking snipers saying, "Ooh," like and fucking yelling shit in their mics too.
Hmm.
That's why I like streamers like have their shit muted, or voice chat muted and shit, because people just go around,
hmm
start fucking putting shit in their mic.
well, even then, like, you can't. There's no way to stop it. There really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could put your stream on a 2 minute delay, I guess, but that's just. It's not the same experience for the viewer. It's really not. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, we're nowhere fucking near that level. Trust me. Like, nobody fucking watches our shit. But like, fuck, dude. I could only imagine. I would get so pissed off if I jumped into a Warzone game and every time I get killed right off the bat by somebody who's watching my stream. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't stand that shit. Like, just because you are a streamer, like, you should. Do you think you should have to deal with that shit? Like, I mean,
That's why. I think that's why. Well, that is why some streamers just like sit there with like their face cam and shit while they load up a mesh, like a map and whatnot.
yeah. Which
Look.
which kind of like it reduces that a little bit, but if people want to stream snipe you, they will. Like, there's always like a dedicated group of people. It makes no sense. Like, obviously the developers aren't. They don't have to do anything about it, but they're the only people who can do something about it.
Well, there
Like,
isn't like a whole bunch they can do. Like, yeah, they can like with Smite, they have it to where it doesn't really help. I don't think they can make it to where you like with their names, it only shows like the gods' names. It doesn't actually show like their usernames.
uh-huh.
And when they look at you, it only shows the god's name instead of your username.
Right, right.
So like it somewhat helps, but then again, they're like, oh yeah, this is probably a streamer, having streaming mode
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's just it's fucking retarded to me that people will defend that kind of stuff. Like, it's retarded to
Yeah.
me too that, they would hate the streamer that fucking much, like, just because we do what
Mhm.
we do. Like, it just doesn't really make much sense to me at all. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like a super toxic mentality because it's like if you this kind of goes back to what we were talking about a while back about how people hate on millionaires just because they're millionaires. Or
Mhm.
maybe me and Drew talked about it. You weren't a part of that. I don't know because you've been gone for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. You're immediately basically putting yourself down to not even becoming a streamer, not even becoming somebody who makes a decent amount of money. Like, I don't know. Like, these are the people who would never have the fucking like work ethic to even make it that far.
Mhm.
Who
They
immediately
just have
put
nothing else to
themselves
do
down.
with their fucking lives, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking be a dickhead.
Yeah, I don't know. It's retarded to me. It makes no sense. Like, the world could be so much easier than what it is. Some people were saying like it's a it's kind of the same thing, but some people were saying it's like a, work hazard, right? But it's like another analogy he brought up is like, okay, if you were a fucking construction worker and people just decided to run you the fuck over, like, is that just what happens? Like, like, is that just a fucking?
I mean, I guess I'm just getting ran over.
Yeah, is
The
that
dude
just
just
like a
comes up
work
to you.
hazard? Like,
He starts throwing bricks at you.
yeah, like that's just a work hazard. Like, okay, like there's, I don't know, it's just so dumb, to me. How society like just puts down people who are successful, like.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
But then again, you gotta
toxic.
think it's like the opposite too. Like there's people that are successful that just bring down people as well.
Oh yeah, but it's not all of them,
Yeah, I
like
know.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 9 times out of 10, like millionaires and stuff, like they're good people. It's only like a handful that are just like pieces of shit,
Mm-hmm.
because those are the only ones you hear about, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like when was the last time? Like, listen, PewDiePie, he's a fucking millionaire. Let's not get it twisted. Like Ninja, he's a millionaire, right? But when was the last time you heard of those people just like putting other people down? Like you never hear about that, right? I don't know.
But it's like the second one of them slips up or something, it's everywhere. So
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Well,
It's the whole
especially as
PewDiePie, if you like PewDiePie shit, saying the fucking N-word,
yeah.
I
mean,
Well,
granted,
I don't think people like made it a huge deal, but like it got around.
listen, he shouldn't have said it. Bottom line, like,
that did start the whole like, what was it called, Adpocalypse, something on YouTube when he said that. So
I think that fucked me over too, because at the time I was uploading a good amount of videos, like, it wouldn't get no views, but yeah, no, I don't. He definitely shouldn't have fucking said that. Oh, I watched the clip. I remember watching it years ago. I was like, Jesus, like, dude, like,
Slips out,
it'd be one thing if you said A, but you said the hard R, like you didn't give a fuck. Like, and though, like PewDiePie, people like that, they're not used to live streaming, so when they do say that, they'll say that stuff off camera, but then when they do live stream or whatever, it slips up, and you're like, fuck,
Like died there for a
I've
second.
never really had internet issues before, but it's just cut out. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I think I lost all my viewership too, so it's cool. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I don't know, the stream just fucking cut out. I guess I had to restart it, but yeah, dude. Good job, boys. We totally hit that one.
yeah, it's good acting.
Good acting.
10 out of 10.
Good acting.
Come actors.
What do y'all think about what's the next COD gonna be? If it's World War II, are you gonna play it? Like,
I'm gonna give it a try. I gave every COD a try so far, except for Infinite Warfare. But that's because at the time I was already tired of future shooters.
Which, by the way,
Infinite Warfare was Infinite Warfare before or after Black Ops 4? I can't remember.
Before. It was like
before.
Okay. Yeah, it was like 2 years before. But all that I will defend Infinite Warfare because it was a good game for what it was. People just didn't give it a chance. I will defend.
Yeah.
So it had jetpacks.
Everybody was just everybody's just tired of future shooters. It was the biggest issue. It just came out the wrong time.
Yeah, it didn't have the best graphics. It had jetpacks or whatever, but mechanically the game was fucking amazing. So
I'm gonna say, like, if you put Infinite Warfare out like next year, if that was the next year's COD, I think people would love it.
Mm-hmm.
Except don't give it the name Infinite Warfare because people are immediately going to assume it's trash. But I wanted Advanced Warfare 2, but they didn't do it.
I don't think.
I would have liked.
I guess they haven't confirmed it.
Too.
I think I only ever played Advanced Warfare when it was like free one time.
Oh, you missed out, buddy.
You don't know about the pro team.
That was around the time where I'm like, I didn't really like was just able to get a game whenever the fuck I wanted to and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Infinite Warfare, I don't remember if I did try it or not.
Well, luckily for me, back then, I had an older brother who loved COD and just happened to get a job around the same time.
Yeah, well, I was the oldest, so eat ass. Eat eggs.
I will say COD 4 Remastered was fucking awesome. Like, great game. I don't know if y'all ever played it, but
it was one of like 3 games I played on the PS4.
Huh.
I played it a little.
You played on PS4?
But I still
You fucking traitor.
Oh, man, that's because at the time it was only on PS4 for a little while, I believe.
You fucking traitor.
Hey, I gotta do what I had to do, yeah.
Oh.
Come on.
It was like when Sony just got the exclusivity rights to fucking COD, yeah.
See, that's another thing that's stupid. Is the whole exclusive right shit for like games that are on both fucking consoles and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
It's
that
just
big
so
of a deal
dumb.
for COD
It's not a big
nowadays,
deal
but
now, but there was just like them times where like, what was it, like a whole month or something fucking like that.
Oh yeah, they used to like a PS4 would get like the zombies map, and then like a month
Hmm.
later, Xbox would finally get it.
And everyone just knows like what the fuck is going on now. The
Mm-hmm.
Easter eggs all completed and shit. So like, what's the fucking point?
I remember I used to get super pissed about that. I
Hmm.
remember this was like before, I think this might have been before I streamed, but I made a whole ass like YouTube video, right? Cuz I was, a little fucking nerd and I was like, what the fuck? Why is COD, why is PlayStation getting this a month early? I was pissed, And like that thing got like 20 or 30 views and people in the comments were just like, you're a fucking bitch. Like Xbox has had it forever now. Give it to PlayStation. But like, yeah, I
Did
don't
we?
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
had
used to have
exclusive rights
it.
like
We
that.
used to
I
have
think
it, yeah.
we had it until I think was it Ghost or someone? I think it was Ghost or the one after that. I can't remember. Was Black Ops
I
3
th-
after Ghost? Or was Advanced Warfare, I think.
Advanced Warfare was after
I think
Ghosts.
Advanced
I
Warfare.
think it.
So I think it was
No, I think.
Advanced Warfare is when it switched.
No, I think
Yeah.
it was. I think it
Was it?
was. Black Ops 3.
Was it Black Ops 3? I know it was
I
somewhere
think
around
that's
there.
the first game.
Yeah, it may have been Black Ops 3.
Because I remember at the time I was playing Black
Because
Ops
like
3
that,
super
that was
heavy.
when like zombies was like becoming like super fucking popular,
Hmm.
And I just remember like we'd have to sit here and fucking wait for the new zombie map and shit. And I'm just like, this is fun.
I will say, I play on PC now, but I still consider myself to be an Xbox guy.
Mm.
I just like Xbox. I don't know. I've always played Xbox. I just don't see a point in fucking getting over these console wars and shit. I'm not 12, so
Right?
I call Drew a traitor.
People have their
Because,
preferences.
yeah, I call Drew a traitor because he is a fucking traitor. He's a fucking subhuman piece of shit. But
How am I a trader? I played PS4 for like a month just to play COD before.
But speaking of like the whole console war and shit, I like how people like get on, like people that have like PlayStations and shit get on people on like and that have Xbox. Oh, we have better sales. Do you guys understand that you guys like started like way before us too though? Like when did the first PlayStation come out?
90, it was
Yeah,
either
something like
96 or
that.
94.
It was only like 2002 or something like that when the first Xbox came out, was it? 'Cause I
Yeah,
remember Halo came out with it.
but you can make the argument Xbox was on top until around 2013. So
Mm-hmm. Because
Yeah,
PS3 was like worse
they
than the
like
360, was it not?
they like
oh
super
yeah,
fucked up the Xbox One.
Yeah, because it was an entertainment system, which just
Mhm.
like I can understand because it's a for gaming, but I don't see it being a big deal that was like an entertainment system though too.
it was still a
I'm like,
gaming
cool, I can
system.
watch movies on it too. I don't have to have a fucking DVD player and shit.
Listen, they sold it as an entertainment system, but it did
Yeah,
the same fucking shit that
it
Xbox
it
360
still did
did.
its fucking
Like,
thing as a console.
yeah, like they didn't change anything; they just added on to it. Like,
Well, the problem wasn't at first the whole entertainment system. It was that when Xbox One first came out or was first announced, they had the what was it, the always online DRM thing, where like if you weren't online, you couldn't play games. And then they
Oh
had
yeah, I
the
remember
whole
that.
you couldn't have if you bought you couldn't buy pre-owned games or something like that.
Oh
really?
yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot why. I forgot how it worked, but I just know like it would detect if the game was pre-owned or something. You just couldn't
Mhm.
play it, and
I
that's how
think
it's
it
supposed to be.
was.
So everybody
Like pretty
was
much you couldn't like share games and shit.
yeah. So like everybody was ragging on it, and it had like a bunch of negative press around it. So like everybody was like, I'm gonna get a PlayStation instead, and that's what really kicked everything off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of fucked up there. But
Yeah.
I can actually go into depth on why it went the way it did. It's because at some point, I don't know when, but at some point, I think they might still sell Xboxes, but at some point, I think Microsoft is going to go full blown PC. So to train it's kind of the same thing I was talking about with Twitch, but to train the viewer base or the fan base to use PC more and stuff like that, they're slowly, like very
Mhm.
slowly going into the PC market. Like you'll see them add on to like the Xbox app, and like they've been
Like
slowly doing it over the years, and like nobody
you
has
gotta
really
think though,
noticed.
Microsoft has always been part of PC.
Oh yeah, they have, but I think they want
But
to go into it like full blown.
yeah, like you
So
got the whole like Xbox game or the PC Game Pass and shit. I don't
especially
mind this shit at all.
nowadays, yeah, especially nowadays too, because everybody's wanting to get a PC and stuff. So,
Hmm.
but with how the market is right now, it's kind of fucking hard.
It's literally fucking impossible. You can
Everybody
barely get
wants
a pre-built.
Everybody wants to be Shroud.
I even with my PC now, I still prefer playing on controller. I just like higher frame rates and shit. So, but how's your PC?
Like if I
coming,
can,
Drew?
I'll play on my controller. Like I was trying to like yesterday and shit, and I got kind of annoyed because I was trying to fucking fix the controls and whatnot. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
cause for some reason the fucking game was like, oh yeah, this is not adjusted and configured. I'm like, okay, well let me do it then. Because every time I go through the controls, like, oh, it's still not configured. I'm like, dude, fuck off. Let me do my thing. And I'm like, I get it done, and it feels like my fucking like stick is like drifting and shit. So I had to ask you, I'm like, did you give me your fucking controller?
Then I said, no, retard.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I'm just
Did
sitting here confused, and I'm like, well,
fuck? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Drew, did you get your PC ordered?
Anywho, back to Anthony's stick problems. Like,
Shocker, shocker, shocker.
when did I say I'd order it? When I got
I
paid
don't
again?
fucking remember. At first it was like you had to pay back like DoorDash or some shit. Was it DoorDash or?
No, I had to pay for the stick has Ubers.
Oh yeah. And then yesterday or the day before it was like I don't fucking remember. It was when like you paid something off or you got a paycheck or something.
That's when I got paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
did Mono drink the alcohol?
No, it's all still here. Nobody drinks around here a lot.
So Armando's not around?
No, nobody drink. Not even Rondo. Like he'll
Okay,
drink.
yes, I know.
He don't go crazy with it.
Go crazy.
We're grown now. We don't go crazy with it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're all kind of on the same level of drinking, where we'll have a drink every once in a while, but we won't go psycho with it, you know.
Yeah,
I
we were
just
talking
can't
about.
do it anymore.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about getting crunked, and we're sitting here like a few shots in with like 2 beers. Like, yeah, I think we're done here.
Oh yeah, I texted Drew. I was like, "Are you guys crunk yet or what?" And he was like, "I had a few beers, but then I slowed down." I was like,
Yeah, I was like, let's clear that.
Like my head's already like lightheaded up. Yeah, I'm probably done here.
I'm already incapable of doing it. So
yeah. Well, we're getting older now, you know.
Literally.
Getting older, but did you just rip ass?
who?
You
No.
heard that, Anthony, right?
I heard that.
I'm in my little chair. Maybe you heard that, but I never
Probably.
passed.
His chair does be, creaking and shit.
Is this? This what you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a chair.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking Christ, yo. Like, gaming just ain't as good as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I do know what it is, but I don't know what it is at the same time. Like,
It's just more along the lines of not trying as much now as they used to. Like, gotta think, like, it's just more about the money now than it's just, like, actually, like, a good game.
Well, it's like
not only-
casual gaming just damn near doesn't exist at this point.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, not only that too, but we've all been playing games for so long to the point where it's like we're numb to it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, kids nowadays they go crazy on Fortnite, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
The Fortnite for them was like Halo, so for us. So
oh yeah, Halo and COD for us is literally Fortnite for them. I'm waiting for the next big thing. Or that Cyberpunk was going to be the thing.
Let's hope Halo Infinite is the next great thing,
and suck on this big thing.
To be fair, there hasn't been a bad Halo.
Yeah.
Uh,
And there's just a lot of speculation on, like, the whole sprinting shit and whatnot.
Which, I think it should have sprinting, but that's
somebody
just
never played Spartan Assault 2, obviously.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Come on.
That game is boring.
I can't play games like that where you're just, like, up in the sky. Like, I guess I can give, like, Dead Ops
play
Arcade, like, the
Civ
pass
all the-
because...
Play Civ all the time.
But, like... No, not like that. Not,
It's,
like Dead Ops
over the
Arcade.
head shooters. and like, I forgot
Overhead
what they're
shooters
called.
and shit like
Yeah.
that. Civ, that's different.
It's a strategy game.
Civ is, it's a whole strategy game.
I fucking love Civ. When we get this Warzone dub, we're going back.
But I no longer play that zombie mode, dude. That shit was so ass.
It was literally like
The fucking
extra,
zombie for Civ and shit.
It's
Yeah,
just more barbarians. That's all it was.
And it's just more annoying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna spawn your borders. I'm like, this is lit.
I thought it'd be like, oh shit, a zombie here. Oh shit, look at all these zombies coming from this side of the country or whatever.
Right.
But no,
No,
it's just here comes
just-
2 right by your borders. Like,
Let's be annoying. Even more annoying even sooner now.
Honestly, I haven't played Civ 6 that much, but honestly, right now, I prefer 5 over 6. I don't know. I think it's because I just know the game better.
yeah, I think you just have to get used to. Like at this point with everything they've added to 6, I'd say I like 6 a little better than 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Civ though. I mean, when did the first Civ come out?
Like it was back, I think either on the NES or the Super Nintendo. It was one of the two. I remember because I played it a couple times.
It's been around for a while.
It's been around forever, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't really get into it till Revolution though.
Yeah.
When we were playing on the 360. So.
Same.
Do you think a battle royale mode for Halo would benefit it?
Yes.
Or hurt it? It would benefit it?
Very much so.
I think so too. I think it would bring in new people,
but they have to like do it right, you know.
I feel like it's going to be similar to COD, where it benefits the game for sure, but it's going to take away from 6v6. And it's good, or is it? Mm-hmm. What is it in Halo 4v4?
It's 4v4 and then 8v8.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Well, then they put in Warzone. I think I don't remember. There's that 16 versus 16 or like 32, something like that. I don't know.
Wait, what?
When they put in Warzone on Halo 5.
Oh, I thought you were talking about COD. Yeah. I'm like,
I think it is a 16 versus 16.
I thought it was a little bit.
I didn't really play that much. I wasn't really much the whole Warzone fan on Halo 5.
It was alright. It was fun for a little.
It was alright until you get fucking a dude just sitting in a Banshee the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just like, this is cool.
Shoot him down.
I tried shooting him down. It's gonna suck. Like if there's people that play that shit all the fucking time, so they're gonna like have all the fucking recreation, whatever the fuck you call them and shit. Mm-hmm. When you're just starting out, you know, you're not gonna have shit.
You could say that for any game, to be honest, though.
Yeah, but you gotta. But like, look at the difference. Like with COD, you know, they give you like default classes and shit. You know, you actually have like, you have a fighting chance. You know, but when it came to Warzone, I remember playing it like starting out and shit. I'm just sitting here getting washed by like rocket launchers and shit. I'm like, dude, I don't have anything because you usually had to get that shit from like the gold packs and whatnot.
Yeah, some people would straight up buy them too. So
yeah,
that doesn't help. But like I said,
I feel like that was like one of the bad things about the Warzone mode.
Yeah, but I don't know. Halo is Halo. Like they try shit, doesn't work. I don't know if they'll do like a Warzone type thing again. I doubt it. Like
I wouldn't mind it.
That Warzone
make it more.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, shit. I don't see them doing nothing like that. For the next one, I just don't like. I don't know. I honestly I can't wait for next Halo to come out and see what they do. Also, I'm fucking bored as shit of games right now. So
MLB the Show, baby.
Yeah, but that's not gonna last. Like it'll last.
We're gonna sit here and swing bats and throw balls.
Well, for me personally, it might last like
it
might last like a week or two, but that's about it.
You know? Yeah, it might last longer for Drew because he's more into baseball than us.
I was a big MLB The Show fan when I played on PS4, but I just never got a chance to play it that often.
Fuck, dude, you're gonna spend $80 just to get it like 3 days.
Yes, friggin' sir.
He texted me one day. He's like, "Hey, if you want to cancel your pre-order, it's going on
Game Pass."
I was like, "Okay, cool." And so I canceled my pre-order, and then like 2 or 3 days later, he's like, "Can't wait till that comes out." It was like, "Can't wait till that comes out." I'm like, "What? The 16th?" I was like, "I thought it was coming out on like the 19th or the 20th or something." He was like, "Oh, I'm getting it early." I'm like, "Bro, like $80 just to get it like a few days early." Can't wait.
It has some Diamond Dynasty stuff on it. I might hop into that a little bit.
Oh my god.
See what that's like.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, I could. Fuck, you're not great with your money. Holy fuck.
Fuck, I'm not great with my money. Y'all keep trying to peer pressure me to buy this damn PC.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
And so is MLB The Show. That's an investment.
You can stream, and then if
if you have the money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could argue too that it's like as long
like
as
I know he has money. $80 is nothing to him. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nothing to me either, but I'm still gonna save $80. Like, I mean, shit. You could argue. I mean, I guess if you want to and you're gonna get enjoyment out of it, sure, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Like, the PC's an investment, right? This is the way I see it. Okay, this is the way I see it. Like, I stream, I make YouTube videos and shit. Once Drew gets his PC, he can stream with me, and then that's like 2 times the fucking, you know, viewer.
And when I get internet. when I get better internet. That's 3 times.
Yeah, that's 3 times. Like,
It's 3 times.
'cause
3 times.
I'm the only one doing shit right now, and
I can't, or I would.
You
yeah,
can
I
still
get.
make videos. It'd take a while, but you can still do it.
I'm gonna sing it by
Well,
myself. Hey guys.
it's
Let me
gonna be
show you
like,
how to sit and chill all day on Xbox.
Literally.
yeah.
Just sit here and look at the screen.
No,
Alright,
he
guys,
could.
the
He could
video.
upload videos. I mean, yeah, I guess you could record shit too. Like, I don't know if you really, really wanted to, you could record the podcast. But yeah,
He could also he could leave he could record himself and like be like not going to sleep until Billy and Drew take a Warzone dub.
So
that's a good idea. Yeah,
I'm just gonna be
great
here just
idea.
fucking dead while you guys just asleep. I'm waiting, get the fuck up.
We have good nights on Warzone, and we got bad nights on Warzone. Tonight was not a good night. It was a bad night. Like,
It was frustrating just right off the bat.
oh yeah, dude. Like we got on right, and right off the bat, I get ran over by a fucking helicopter. Right when I fucking land.
We both got smushed by a helicopter.
Yeah,
Sounds
and
right.
then he. Did you win your gulag?
Did I?
I think you won it, and then you died, but I didn't win my gulag, so we like died at the same time.
Yeah, I
Went on
think
to
I
the
won
next-
mine, and I tried to drop on a loadout. I think, and there were some dudes camping it.
Oh yeah. And then next game, right? Go into the next game. Drop. Where did we drop?
I think we dropped Superstore. I think.
Yeah, I think we dropped Superstore. And then we got our shit, right? And I think somebody activated the zombies thing. So we took a car. We were going to go to a buy station. We had enough money for a loadout drop. So we were going to go to a buy station quite a bit of ways away because we had I think we had a bounty out on us. So.
We were gonna go to farmland because that's where it looked like the circle was.
Oh, yeah. We're just going to camp out there for a little bit. And we were driving, right? And I just get fucking sniped out of nowhere. And I'm down in the middle of the road. Then I die. Drew gets out. He tries to pick me up. Then he dies, okay? That's how our second game went. And then our third game, we dropped Superstore again. Got our shit. I think I died, but I won my gulag, so I like came back. And then we went... Or no, we both died. But then we both won our gulag. So we dropped. And we were going to go to... Or no.
Oh wait,
We
the
were
zombies are
alive.
at Superstore now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably like another reason why it's gonna be more fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking annoying, but we went to this loadout drop. We already had our loadout, but Drew wanted his fucking car so bad, you know. And so he
Man,
went
he's smart, man.
out of his way to go to this loadout drop. Got fucking domed, and then I was staring at him, and then I got fucking domed, and then like I was like, "Come on, dude!" Like these guys couldn't like. The funny part is, right? These guys were like pinpoint with us. They saw us from a mile away. They killed us and everything, and we were watching them play, and they're like literally retarded. Like they were blind. Like they missed like 2 or 3 people. Like, like, bro, come
Dude
on.
running in the middle of his screen, and he just like looks away from him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah, it's always us.
we watched this.
It's always
We
us.
watched this. Remember, we watched this homeboy get into a gunfight too with somebody running up the steps, and he literally missed like every shot.
And then you kill
Like
them.
we're dying to these
Like,
people.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so fucking frustrating, man. Fucking frustrating.
I feel like a lot of it is you're just like in a bad position and shit too.
Oh, we're where?
We've literally just been camping out in like staircases and shit for the past few days. Like we our last game we played, we went to train station like damn near immediately, camped out in that fucking like staircase area. We camped out there for like 10 minutes until it got down to like 30 or 20 people. And then the gas came, so we hopped out, hopped off the roof and everything, immediately got shit on by like 5 people. Like,
Yeah, I downed one guy, killed him, and then got jumped by like 3 other teams. I was like, this is rad.
yeah. And then I got sniped from across the map. I was like, well, who the fuck is this
See,
guy? Like,
they all started shooting at us, and then when they got done killing us, they started killing each other. I'm like, y'all couldn't have done that to begin with. Like,
right? They all came from that one direction too.
Mhm.
Like the gas just pushed all of them towards us. And I kind of knew it, right? Like I saw the red dots like next to the building on the mini map, and I was like, "Fuck, we're gonna have to get into a few gunfights here." And then we hopped down and immediately got jumped like by 3 different teams. Like I was like, "Come on, bro!" Like last night too, we were in such a great position. It was like I want to say like 4 people left, including us, and so we were top 3. It was 2 teams of 1 and then us 2. And so I
I
got
think
down.
yeah, he was talking about this with me.
Yeah, I got down from an airstrike. And so Drew comes to pick me up. I'm thinking like, okay, once he picks me up, those 2 are going to fight. They're going to kill each other, or one of them's going to die, and then we're going to rush the other guy. We'll win 100% cuz we're good in gunfights. And this guy just comes out of fucking nowhere, kills Drew, and then we're both gone. I'm like, come on. And then it's these 2 fighting, and they're literally like retarded. I don't know.
He had like a baby dick amount of like corner space to hide in, and apparently he was there. So
yeah, it's just crazy shit. Like, come on, bro.
That's the thing about BR games. I just don't like how people get a benefit for just being pussies. Like get rewarded for doing that.
Yeah, that's BR.
But fucking with Halo for being a BR, when you're talking about that, they have to do something different if they're gonna make it work. Because it can't just be like, oh, it's just another BR game, Like, yeah, it's Halo, but like, it has to be something different, Something more like fresh,
What do you mean by different, Mr.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Fucking not fucking good at that.
You could argue though that over the years, like BR has just evolved, right? Like if you look at H1Z1, that was like raw as fuck. Like you couldn't revive your teammates. You just dropped, picked up guns, and killed each other. That was it. Like there wasn't no armor. Was there? No, there was armor. I think there was armor.
Yeah, there was armor, but it didn't do a lot.
Yeah, and then there was helmets. Helmets were the big thing because everybody was trying to like 2-tap you and shit. But that was it. That was literally it, right? And then it went on to like PUBG, and PUBG was a little bit more complicated. It had like weapon attachments, stuff like that. The gas worked a little bit differently, I think, right? The map was it bigger? I think it was a bigger map. And
for PUBG?
Yeah, PUBG.
There's a lot of different maps now since we played. There's like fucking 4 or 5 different maps.
Yeah,
they were still pretty big.
And then Fortnite was after PUBG, right? Yeah, Fortnite was after PUBG. And, Fortnite did things pretty damn differently. Like, you had teammates. Could you revive your teammates?
I mean, you could,
and Fortnite in the beginning.
In Fortnite, yeah, you could just pick them up. But if they died, they died. It wasn't until
Apex Legends came up with I think Apex Legends was first with the revival system and shit.
That was the first time you could revive people was Apex.
Okay.
That's something they did good, something new,
Yeah, so Fortnite added their own twist on things. They had building and they had, fucking slurp juice and shit,
Coke jug.
And cars.
It was a lot. I'd say it was a lot easier for average people to get into because you now have to be like, oh, I need this and this attachment to make this gun great, and then level 3 helmet, and I got level 5 armor on me. It was just drink this chug jug and hold this gun.
And build.
Were they the first BR to add like different weapon tiers, like different colors on the weapons that made them better?
That was Fortnite, I believe.
Yeah, it may have been Fortnite.
Yeah. And then Apex Legends came out. It was more or less the same thing. It's just like, some different shit here and there. They didn't have building, obviously, right? But the movement was different, obviously. Different And then Warzone came out and they added like the gulag and revival of teammates was.
You forgot about Blackout,
Yeah.
Fuck Blackout.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Blackout. I forgot all about Blackout, yeah. Blackout was more or less kind of like the same thing.
It was like an experiment, just like what they can do.
I'd say it's like the Warzone beta, like.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Hey, let's test this out and figure out how
it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
I still remember like when Modern Warfare came out, they were talking about like how they would still support Blackout, and then they were like, "Fuck it, drop Warzone."
Right? Yeah, they were talking about how I remember Black Ops 3. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna support Black Ops 3," 2 or 3 years after it, drops, and all they did was fucking release the Zombies Chronicles pack, and that was it. Like, no weapon balancing or anything. I mean, it didn't need it, but I don't know. It's kind of like I feel like since Cold War doesn't have like a fucking BR or anything, I feel like after Cold War's done, it's done. Like they're not gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what people have been worried about. It's like the next Guess Who World War II game. They're like, are they gonna try to put that fucking World War II guns in the fucking Cold War? I mean, not Cold War, but Warzone. It's like, how the fuck would those fit?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. Hey, how's it going, D-Bros? How are you doing, man? I was thinking about that the other day. Like, are they gonna once a new COD comes out, are they gonna add all that on to Modern Warfare and like Warzone? Like, or are they just gonna start fresh? Maybe the new COD will have a BR. I don't know. Like,
Maybe.
I don't know what they're trying to fucking do, but it's kind of
But
weird.
there's only a certain point to where like BR games are just gonna be the same thing. In all honesty, you just go in, try and survive, win.
What I think they should do is I think Call of Duty should stop the yearly like release. Even I like the yearly release. It fucking makes it exciting when a new game comes out, all that. But I think they should just take the Modern Warfare what was it? The gunplay, I forget what that's called.
The engine?
The engine, yeah. Take the Modern Warfare engine, develop a game around that because the gunplay's fucking amazing. It's smooth,
Like yeah, the attachments and shit like that, like how you build.
Take everything they've thought out, everything that worked, right? Take like the Black Ops 2 system for competitive, put that in there, and just make a super COD. You know what I'm saying? And then have like a standalone like kind of like a Warzone thing, right? Like just a standalone BR. And maybe throw zombies into that game and update zombies, update their BR, update the multiplayer. Nobody has an issue with like Modern Warfare's gunplay or anything really with the engine, right? Like nobody has a fucking issue with that. So it's like why change it, Why would you go out of your way to develop a new COD every year, right? Like I don't know. It's shit like thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Thoughts. I don't know. It's
I'm
just
saying
shit.
if they go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's fine.
Nah, bro, it's all good. You go ahead.
I was gonna say if they do a Halo BR, you know how sick it would be to come out of an ODST drop pod, dude.
That actually would.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this.
But that's actually like a good, an ODST drop pod,
Yeah.
Remember the
sick,
fucking Delta Halo on Halo 2? I think it was Delta Halo, where they fucking drop you on the ring in a fucking drop pod. That was fucking lit.
What are the Covenant thinking though? They're just standing there and like 50 Spartans just drop down and start killing each other. Like what the? They're like, what the fuck happened?
Then have like a fucking like a little event where it's just like people are Covenant and there's like Spartans and Marines and shit.
Yeah.
Like like the whole 50 versus 50 on Fortnite. Do something like that, but it's just like the fucking Covenant and UNSC.
If they did it right too, they could throw in like Covenant and stuff like that into the battle royale if they did it right.
Dude,
right?
I'm sure it would just be like kind of like how normal Halo is. Just what's your preferred species,
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, it might be like that. But just imagine though, like there's even like they can just like throw the fucking flood in the battle royale.
You could be like the zombies
that could be the fucking, that could be the circle. Like the circle is pretty much the flood. And when fucking. You're like on the outside, fucking you got the flood to start slowly like bringing down your shield and shit like that. And, like when you die, you just pretty much turn into the fucking flood.
The circle should be a bunch of scarabs.
Yo. What if they've like made an infected BR, right? To where everybody's on the same team. They pick like let's say it's 100 people, right? They pick like 3 or 4 people, maybe 5 or 6 people, and they're infected.
More than 5 or 6 people.
Well, that's gonna grow over time, though, right? Like as they infect people, that'll grow over time, and then they can be inside the fucking circle all they want, right? Like they don't take any damage or anything, and then they go and slowly kill those people off while those people are fighting other people, or maybe they're like in a group defending themselves, like basically a massive infected.
What's it called? Modern Warfare kind of did that. They had a ground war infected.
Oh yeah,
for a little while.
But it wasn't the full map though. It was only like a certain part of the map, was it not?
Well, yeah, because if you had the full map, I doubt the infected would be able to kill anybody. Like,
but yeah, that's the whole point of like, oh yeah, there should be like 20 or 30 infected at once.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not really that easy to be infected. 150
people on a Warzone map.
I think it's only 100. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know. Halo could do so many dope ass things with their BR.
Like something they need to do though for Halo, for multiplayer, a big ass fucking map. Like a giant, like how they did Battlefield, like how Battlefield is. Like it's a fucking giant map. They need to do that with Halo. That has like the potential. Like fucking you're flying like Falcons around. Fucking shit like that. Because there's a mod for I think 3 that someone's making, and it's just like a giant fucking map with people flying like Covenant cruisers and shit, and
Yeah.
people are like using scarabs, that'd be a fucking cool ass game mode.
What about a BR, right? That just has an absolute massive fucking map. And it's just
Mhm.
like games that have the potential to go like 45 minutes to an hour with like 200 players and just a massive fucking map. Like, not just picking up guns, but like grabbing falcons, maybe, setting up a base or something like that. And like the
Mhm.
circle slowly but surely comes. Like,
Mhm.
I feel like that would reduce camping too, because who the fuck would want to sit there for like 30 minutes? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
that'd be super cool. I don't know. There's so many dope things you could do with BRs nowadays. Like, back in the day, you couldn't really make BRs because the technology just wasn't really there yet, right? Like, could you imagine an Xbox 360 Warzone? Like, that shit would have sucked. Like, it just like Skyrim barely fucking ran on the 360. Like, imagine that. Like, I don't know. They could do a lot of dope
Mhm.
shit with that.
Yeah, they have a lot of fucking potential to do some new shit in Halo Infinite. To be honest,
Yeah,
not
and
just a regular 8v8, 4v4 and
uh,
shit. Like I'm
even though
talking
I
about
still
like
want
50
that.
versus 50, like big fucking battles.
Yeah, even though I
That'd be
still
fucking
want like
amazing.
4v4. Yeah, I still want it,
Yeah,
but
like keep the 4v4 and 8v8, but add like something new.
I think they
Other than
will
like,
too.
other
I
than
think
like,
they will.
if you think about it though, other than like Warzone and shit like that from Halo 5, has there really been anything new
Yeah,
though?
343 tries a lot of new shit. Like with the
Yeah.
campaign in Halo 5, they tried, adding
Uh,
teams, you
yeah,
know.
I was talking about like multiplayer wise though.
Yeah, multiplayer wise, they've like trying to think. Although they recycle a lot of maps, I
Hmm.
guess I'm okay with it because they're most of the time they're like good maps. They do okay with maps. But power weapons for the most part are still the same. Halo 4, they tried like the create a class thing. Nobody really liked it, so they kind of got rid of it. I don't think they had that in
It was
Halo
just
5.
basic. Like you just pick your gun, and you just have like
Yeah,
a select few of guns.
they had a few new game modes. They had Arena. I don't know if you remember that. They had a couple game modes based around Arena and yeah, they've tried stuff. They tried like even though they probably did it for money, they tried the fucking like rec packs.
Yeah.
They've tried all sorts of different like systems for designing your character and stuff like that. And I think the way the competitive works like changes every time they release a new Halo. Like personally, I fuck with like the Halo 5 competitive system, but
I
that's
didn't
just
mind
me.
Halo 5 at all, multiplayer wise.
No, I didn't
Campaign was
either.
alright. It was just
Yeah.
kind of weird. And the
All right.
AI was just, huh?
Halo 5 campaign was not alright. That shit sucked my ass.
But
It was
no,
it was okay.
it was okay. Like there was like some shit that is kind of fucking annoying. Like you would sit here and be down, right? And your AI just sit there and just watch you die. I'm like,
Yeah, the AI
well,
was
these
fucking
AI are
autistic.
fucking useless.
Yeah, they're autistic as fuck. Like holy shit, they just stand there. They would just stand there while
Mhm.
you're fucking downed.
They're literally just bullet sponges until they go down.
Yeah. I don't fuck with like the AI, and not only that, but the battle between Master Chief and fucking Locke
It
was
was
so
so
bad.
underwhelming, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just like, what
they
the
like
fuck is this?
they got into a little scuffle and they became friends. Come on.
Yeah, I remember the ad showing like they would like actually be trying to kill each other or whatever.
Yeah. I remember the one ad where like the city was like fully destroyed and Master Chief was damn near dead and like Locke walks up and finishes him off, like shit like
Mhm.
that. And then you get into the game and they just get in a little scuffle. Like,
Hey, and that's like the only time that they can just like
yeah,
fucking
like
do anything.
if you're gonna make that like your main fucking pitch for the game, like you gotta make that shit dope as fuck.
Hmm.
Like, and I'm kind of tired. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of Halo just being like, oh, Master Chief's undefeatable. Like, you can't beat Master Chief. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never fucking goes down. He never, like, he's just a god. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
the
I want to see a story behind it.
I mean the books. I was gonna say, if you read the books, they go a lot more in depth in why he's he's the way he is or whatever.
Yeah, but a lot of people aren't gonna
Yeah, I
read the
kind of know
fucking
about that.
books.
Like with the whole fucking, I don't really know much about it. Like I noticed they did like a bunch of fucking like experiments on him and shit with like Spartans. Spartans in
It's
general.
not
It was a
even that
whole
he's
fucking.
like necessarily just unbeatable. It's been stated before that he's just really fucking lucky. Like,
Mm.
Yeah, true.
because if
Well,
you
hey,
read the books, like they go into detail a lot of times where he was like supposed to die, but then some shit got
Cortana
pulled out
saved
of
his
his ass.
ass
So
or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, like, Yeah. I
Halo
think
3,
wasn't he?
that man fully just jumped out of a fucking ship and just flew.
Yeah.
That man's all fucking frozen up on the first mission of Halo 3, and he just wakes up.
Well, he was supposed to die in Halo 4, wasn't he? But then they like reversed that shit real fast. Like,
No, it was Cortana that was supposed to die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they're supposed to just kind of like end it there, but then
Halo 5.
I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Infinite though. I know it's gonna continue to like I feel like they're gonna continue with like finding Cortana and shit because at the end of Halo 5 she got away, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Took a little thingy, I don't know, the Guardian or whatever.
The Guardian, yeah.
Get out, yeah.
You know what I would really, what I would really fuck with is if Noble 6 just comes out of nowhere. He's like, I'm still fucking alive, bitch. You know, like that's what they should have done, yo. Noble 6 comes to assassinate Master Chief. That would have been badass. Like an older version, because like Halo Reach took place before the Master Chief was, who he was. So that would have been badass if like an older version of like Noble 6 came and just tried to assassinate the Master Chief. Like that would have been sick as fuck. I would have fucked with that. Like hell yeah.
Wait, why would you want to assassinate him though? Exactly though.
They were sending they sent Locke over to kill.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, because he was technically a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
So yeah, I don't know. That would be sick. I'm willing to bet money that in some way or another, we get Noble 6 and Halo 5, in one way or another. Whether it's like a small reference or just a full blown character.
No question. You know how like in Halo 3, there was like the alliance between the Covenant and shit, right? Or the Elites, anyways.
Yeah.
Did that go back in Halo 5? Because I know they were talking to the Arbiter and shit like that, right? I wonder what they're gonna do in Infinite about that.
Well, Infinite's they fight the Banished. They don't fight the Covenant.
Yeah. No, I know that because they actually did kind of fight the Covenant, but they were like more on Halo 5, more of the Forerunners and shit, though, right? Like you're trying to stop fucking Cortana.
There's Prometheans.
Prometheans, yeah.
Yeah, the Prometheans were like a big part of Halo 5.
But I know they're gonna fight the Banished and shit because it's gonna be brutes again. Was there elites in the fucking?
Well, yeah. There's the Banished are like they take
I don't know.
They just fuck up parts of like the Covenant or whatever, and then they kind of take whoever they want, and they're like, "You're part of us now, Bucko." Like,
yeah.
I think.
But I feel like they should do.
They're gonna have a little bit of everything in Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Covenant.
But I feel like they should bring back the whole. Because I enjoyed the fact in Halo 3 where you have fucking Arbiter by your side and shit. That was pretty lit. They should do something like where like Arbiter's more into the story again. Because at the end of Halo 3, the dude just fucking dipped.
Yeah, shit else to do, like
right. Then like apparently the whole alliance like ended and shit.
I think it was more so just the Arbiter, right? Like he just wanted, like he kind of more or less switched sides because I think the Covenant were against him helping Master Chief, weren't they?
No, so pretty much what happened was, you know how Halo is, like the Covenant, like the rings are like the holy, they fucking worship the shit.
Yeah.
But then they found out that the prophets were like false gods or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and because they replaced the elites with the brutes,
Yeah.
They pretty much just threw them to the side, and they tried killing the Arbiter, and that's why Arbiter wasn't with the fucking prophets and shit anymore. Pretty much because they just tried to end them. Because remember when what the fuck was his name?
Did the Arbiter get into a fucking scuffle with the like almighty fucking Covenant gods, whatever?
He killed him.
Oh yeah, he didn't. Was that Halo 3?
Killed him in 3. Yeah, it was 3.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, at Halo 2, this is when they met the Gravemind. What the fuck was the brute's name?
Brutus.
Was it Brutus?
Brutus. Is that true?
Fucking Brutus.
That's not true.
No, it's not true.
It's like, come on.
No, it's the fucking boss in Halo 2, like the end fight.
Yeah.
But I remember they just like fucking beat his ass. Shut the fuck up. And that's when they like, oh yeah, Gravemind's like, yeah, you gotta go do this, and then you do this, and that's pretty much when they started teaming up and shit.
Yeah.
Because they just had they were both just trying to stop him from fucking activating the ring.
Yeah, I mean,
that Halo 2 boss fight was pretty lit though.
Yeah, I wasn't really around for Halo 2 quite yet. I was around for Halo 3, but not 2 quite yet. So
I just remember having the original Xbox. I just sit there and just fucking beat Halo 2.
My friend had the original Xbox. My first Xbox was the 360, but my friend had the OG one. We played like Soul Calibur and shit. You remember Soul Calibur, right?
Yeah.
They still even
Fuck.
make those, like...
Yeah, they still do. It's not that good, but yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, the newest, like we can't even fucking play it online that much because it fucking breaks.
Well, that's not the game itself. It's just who is it? Bandai's fucking refusal to put rollback on their net
Oh, yeah.
codes or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know much about Soul Calibur. I just remember we played like 5 a shit ton. We just sit here and just beat each other's asses.
Mm.
And then 6 came out and we were just like, eh.
Yeah, you know. Wasn't it, was it 5 or 4? Or which one had, like, Yoda and shit?
So that was
Like-
4.
Yeah, I only
4. 'Cause
got into
5,
it and 5.
What was it? I'm pretty sure it was 4. I'm trying to remember.
It wasn't 5, I know
4.
that.
Was it 5 that had Ezio in it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, 5 had Ezio. Then 4 had the what was it? Star Killer, Darth Vader, and Yoda.
Yeah. And then I think it was Mortal Kombat that had the Arbiter, right?
No, that was
Killer Instinct.
Oh, okay, yeah. I never played Killer Instinct, but...
Mortal Kombat's had like fucking Freddy, fucking Jason, the
Yeah,
Xenomorph,
Predator.
Leatherface, Predator,
Mortal
Yeah, it's
Kombat
a lot of
back in
shit.
the day was sick.
And now they have fucking Terminator, fucking
Rambo, RoboCop.
RoboCop. They're just adding a bunch of fucking...
Like, the
Guest characters and
arcade
shit.
games of Mortal Kombat were sick as fuck. We played those all the time as kids. Like, the actual arcade, like, machines,
Yeah.
like, those were dope.
Mhm.
Did you ever play Time Crisis?
Sounds so fucking familiar.
That's like
I
the
don't think I've ever played it though.
arcade machine with like the gun and you step on the pad to take
Oh
cover.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit was sick. That was like that was like one of my favorite arcade games. I like the racing games too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, all that shit. I miss arcade games. Like if I ever get rich, I'm buying arcade games 100%.
I don't know. Every time I go to like an arcade or whatever, now I just find the Pac-Man machine and I play it, and then I leave.
Like I never really got to go to arcades that much when I was younger. Fucking really wasn't any around where I lived, and my parents were just
They had them at the bowling alley.
It wasn't really until like start of high school they stopped caring what I did,
Yeah.
and that was just around the time when gaming just came around.
When I was like young, like Billy just said about the bowling alley, so my dad was part of like a little bowling team, so we
My
just go
dad
with
too,
them.
yeah.
He'd hand us like a couple quarters or something, be like, "Yeah, y'all go fucking play in the arcade."
Yeah, we do the same shit, yo. Like there was a group of us, like 10 or 15 people would just play in the arcade on Friday
Yeah.
nights, you know, when their dads went bowling and shit. Like,
Fucking my family. Like I said, well, I didn't say this, but my fucking dad and my mom never really got married, so they just split up when I was like fucking like 1. So I never really had like a whole like, oh yeah, my dad, we can go do this and shit. He was just always working and shit. I was like, well.
they're like, oh fuck, here comes Anthony. Like,
Anthony ruined their relationship.
Oh, okay.
God damn it, Anthony. You know,
I forgot what exactly happened, but I don't know.
Let's go ask your mom.
Well, she's on vacation. She's in fucking Puerto Rico right now.
Where's David?
Here
Wait, why is she? Oh wait, how is she on vacation?
with her sister.
Oh, wait, but so she's with her sister, and her sister's on vacation, right?
They're both on vacation.
Where is she on vacation from? She stays home all day.
I don't know.
she's on
I
vacation.
think it's the
from
whole
Anth-
with her mom.
She's
with,
on
like,
vacation
no,
from Anthony.
She's like, I
shit.
think
Like,
they mainly
Yeah,
did this
that's true.
because fucking with the whole my grandma passing away and shit. So
Yeah.
because she didn't know her dad, so like that was pretty much her mom and dad, and it fucking I can tell you now it kind of fucked her up.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So I think she needed this. So
I need to go to LA. Yo, Bill, let's go to LA.
I'm done. I've been to LA before. Have you been to LA?
Nah.
I've been there before. It's I mean, the
Only-
weather's nice. It's nice and all that, but
the only states I've been to is North Carolina, fucking Tennessee.
Anywhere going from Michigan to North Carolina.
Yeah, pretty much. And then just like that one time I went to fucking Tennessee for some reason when I was like 2.
I've
And
been
I went to
all,
Indiana with my fucking aunt that one time. But
went all the way as far down as Texas like once.
yeah, I've never been to Texas, but I don't know. I'd move to Texas to be honest. Like, don't they have like no state taxes?
Something like that. I know it's like a pretty good place to live, but like now a lot of people from California are coming over to Texas because California's kind of a shithole to live in.
Oh, California. Yeah, all those motherfuckers are coming to Colorado. All of them. Like,
Mhm.
they're just flooding in. Like, bro, fuck off. Like,
they vote for shit that made life worse over there. And they're like, oh, it sucks here. Let's go do the same thing here now. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they fucking vote in these people who, make taxes and shit super fucking high, and then they come to Colorado and they're like, well, let's do the same thing over here. Like, come on, bro. Like, when I was a kid, Colorado was like, it was like considered a smaller state. It was kind of like Wyoming or Nebraska, right? Like,
yeah.
it wasn't really that big of a state. But then, like, somewhere in high school, everybody just started fucking moving here. I'm like, fuck off. Like, come on. I don't know. It's irritating because it's like now, our roads are all shit. They've been shit, right? But it's like there's so much more traffic that it like makes it like absurd. Like our highways are fucked. Like holy shit. I avoid the highway as much as humanly possible because there's always crashes. Like it always stops. People suck at driving. I mean, it should show you, like, we have In-N-Out coming here. Like, yeah, Californians, they're moving here. They want In-N-Out. Like,
they want In-N-Out.
California's moving and In-N-Out's coming with them. Like, like, come on. Although, I like In-N-Out. I don't know if you ever had an In-N-Out, but it's pretty good.
No.
Fuck, there was one here such a long time ago.
Was there?
Yeah, this was back when, like, my dad and mom were fucking, like, we were dirt poor. So we used to live in a motel for a little while. And I was like maybe 3 or 4, and there was an In-N-Out right across the street, and we'd have In-N-Out like every fucking day.
I think I seen one in North Carolina, and I kind of wanted, like, I just wanted to fucking try it, but I never got a chance to.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still just a burger, but it's pretty good. Some people, fucking idiots on Twitter, rank like McDonald's higher than In-N-Out. I'm like, how like
I don't know, I haven't had In-N-Out long enough to tell you how where I'd rank it, but
it's pretty good. I will say like my favorite fast food place by far is Raising Cane's 100%. It's like my favorite. I had it last night. I had 2 Caniacs. That shit was fire.
I know you had them Caniacs. He was telling me about the Caniacs.
Oh, the Caniac combos are fucking amazing, yo. Like, extra bread. Oh, my God. Fuck. This shit's so good. Wish I could go right now, but it's 2 a.m. Like, we're closed.
What were you going to say, Anthony?
We have, like, fast food restaurants here that are, like, mainly a Michigan thing, or... I know there's a hot dog place that their hot dogs are pretty fucking good though. I forgot what the place was. It's like Coney Island.
We have pizza joints, Anthony. We don't have
yeah, that's true. Like it's more of a fucking pizza place. True.
I don't know. You guys are relatively close to Chicago, but they got a place called Portillo's in Chicago. It's pretty popular, pretty famous. I've heard it's really good. It's like a hot dog place, I guess. So I've heard of that. It's pretty good.
You want to head up there sometime, Billiard?
I'd fucking honestly, dude, like, once I get some money, maybe we can get this stream shit kicked off. Once y'all start doing this, like, I'd be down to move fucking anywhere. Like, literally anywhere. Like, hell, I'd move to Wyoming. Like, like literally anywhere. Like,
I don't know. There's part of me that wants to move out of Michigan at some point.
But then it's just, yeah.
I feel like you gotta experience it.
Like, I didn't really enjoy myself being in North Carolina for 2 fucking years. Wasn't really... It was like... Then again, it was like where I was at, because I was like in the middle of fucking nowhere. I was in the countryside. Like, the closest fucking gas station was like a half hour down the road.
I feel like, even though I've lived in Colorado, like, my entire life, right? Like, I would like to move somewhere else. I think it'd be hard for a little bit, right? Because, like, you got your family, and they're all, I don't know about you guys, but my whole family is in Colorado or, like, southern Wyoming, right? So we're all, like, kind of in the same general area. So that'd be hard, I wouldn't be able to see any of my friends anymore. But, if I got, like, a new job or, got the streaming shit kicked off or YouTube or whatever, right? Like, I would do it just to kind of, like, move on, move on from like my old life or whatever. I wouldn't like cut people off, I'm not Zach, but like, shit, I'd move to like fucking Chicago or somewhere in Texas.
Never.
Like You want to move to Chicago? Chicago's
Fuck
beautiful.
no.
Fuck that.
Chicago's
Chicago's
fucking beautiful.
Top 5 like most dangerous cities to live in.
Yeah, no.
Like
Michigan's bad enough. I don't want to move anywhere worse.
See, you guys are thinking like you're gonna be dirt poor your whole fucking lives though. Like if you got money, right, and you moved into a nice part of Chicago, there's some nice fucking spots in Chicago.
until I look the wrong way, I'm getting mugged in there.
Literally.
You got now you're just being fucking stereotypical as shit.
I'd be like, yo, Anthony, let's go get a
Let's
like,
walk
a
down
hot
the road
dog.
real quick. Let's
Right?
get a hot dog, right? We're just walking down the road and we just get gunned down.
Right.
all right, yeah, you're being stereotypical as fuck at this point. Listen, I could sit here all day and tell you Denver's a fucking like shithole, okay? Because it kind of is, right? But there's still some really nice parts of Denver.
Well, I don't know. I remember seeing it's a thing on the like it was like a photo or something, and they like actually had on the news in Chicago. They were celebrating a day without gun violence. Like they went one day without it, and they celebrated it.
I mean, it's an accomplishment, dude. You know, it's a fucking accomplishment.
That really shouldn't be an accomplishment for a fucking state.
Well, you know how the world is nowadays. Like, was it the whole state or was it Chicago?
No,
I'm pretty sure it was
Chicago. It was just
was it
Chicago.
just Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, and every other part of fucking Indiana is like great. It's just Chicago. Like it has so much fucking issues with it.
Well, obviously, if you're living in like the ghettos of Chicago, like Chirac, like that's yeah, that's obviously not fun. But there's some really nice parts of like every city, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people know Detroit as like some fucking really industrial like ghetto ass city, but I'm sure there's like really nice parts of Detroit too.
Well, Detroit's undergoing a renaissance, and they're no longer even the top like 20 worst cities anymore.
Yeah, they're nowhere near as
Anything
bad as
bad
they used
about
to be.
Detroit, so lately, anyways.
You said what?
I said I haven't really heard anything bad about Detroit lately, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody watched 8 Mile back in the day and
But
just
yeah,
assumed Detroit
yeah.
was a shithole. Like,
But no,
You've
my
seen
grandma,
those bee rabbits everywhere.
yeah.
she lived in Warren, which, but she was in a nice part of the fucking town. Like, yo, this is actually a really cool place. But for some reason, she just ended up fucking selling it. I was like, please, why? It was a really nice fucking house. Like, the basement was like it was like a fucking good looking basement,
Yeah.
Like, she had a pretty big yard. And I was like, dude, there was no reason to give this up. But the only reason she did, she just wanted to go back to North Carolina because that's where she's from.
Yeah.
But she moved here, I forgot when, and she had my mom, and then she raised my mom here. And then I was born here, and shit like that. But yeah, no, I have family in North Carolina, fucking Florida, and that's really all I know.
I have family literally everywhere.
Not
And I don't
here.
know 90%
Not
of them.
here.
I
Yeah,
guarantee
here.
you, if I asked my dad, he'd be like, "Hey, do we have any family in Colorado?" He'd be like, "Oh yeah, your aunt fucking just
Not
lives
here.
there." I'd
Not
be like,
here.
"Okay, cool. I guarantee you, I can
Not
ask you if somebody lives
here.
in Colorado.
Not here, motherfucker.
If somebody will live there.
What about Wyoming?
I guarantee there's probably somebody in Wyoming. Every time I'm like,
Okay, yeah,
Mom's like,
Drew's
hey.
got one out of the
Drew's
5
family's
people.
fucking huge.
I have a huge family, my guy.
Mine isn't too huge.
One
Like,
out of
I
the
know all
5
my
people who
aunts
lives in
on my
Wyoming. It's
mom's
Drew's
side.
family. Like,
Do I know my aunts on my dad's side? I don't know if he has any other sisters. I think he only has one sister. I know my aunts. I don't know if I have any uncles. Yeah, I have one uncle on my dad's side. Like, I know my family for the most part. But there's like cousins and shit I probably might not know and whatnot. I don't know.
I could guarantee you there's like uncle. I've never met my uncle. He's in jail for murder right now, but like I've never met him.
Murdered a man.
Yeah, they tried to hide him from me until I got older, but
He was like, "That's a murder."
That's a murder.
yeah, I heard a story about him. Apparently this is pretty true, but apparently one time a cop walked up, he like pulled him over and a cop walked up to his car and he broke the glass on his driver's side window and then grabbed the cop's head and fucking sliced his throat with the fucking
What the
broken
Jesus
glass.
fucking Christ, what's wrong with your uncle?
He's apparently a fucked up dude, which is why they're trying to keep him. He knows who I am though. Like he's tried to contact me, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just like shows up at my door one day.
Just fucking stabs you. He's like, "What up?"
Yeah, you have a window at all that like shows outside from your basement?
Yes.
He's probably gonna be standing there one day just looking down at it. Like,
Well, I put like tinfoil over it and shit, so you literally can't see out or in. Thank God too. Like It's right over my bed too. Like when I first moved down here, like that window was wide open. I didn't have no blinds or nothing. It'd be so fucking creepy just waking up and maybe it's like
There's
4 or
some dude
5
just sitting
a.m.
there.
Yeah, and you look out the window and there's just some dude standing there. You're like, like,
Are you
so
next to
you're
my window,
there.
sir?
How's it going? Like, this ain't McDonald's. This ain't no drive-through window, motherfucker. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
I had a cousin who's in prison for murder too. That boy got the life sentence.
yeah, I don't know if he has a life sentence. Like, the way he's explained to me, apparently, like, he doesn't just like kill for no reason. Apparently, he's not like a complete. Well, he is kind of a psycho, right? But he's not like a complete like, mass murderer or anything like that. Like, he just apparently he just always had anger issues and he just never knew how to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, either way, I doubt I'll ever meet the dude. If I do, like, I don't know. I don't want to say something too fucking stupid on the very, very, very off chance that this kind of like blows up or whatever. Like, I don't want to say nothing too crazy because I don't want him coming after me. But like, can you blame me?
Man's gonna show up at your doorstep one day. Like, I heard you talking shit.
Yeah, that's kind of why
Like,
nobody. Yeah, nobody talks to him or anything, and we've kind of tried to hide where we are from him, but I don't know. It's sad, but at the same time, it's understandable. Like, I don't know. It's just like hard shit, and then
yeah,
I got
like,
another cousin who sells drugs and another cousin who's a complete fucking addict and just a mess overall. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you want to help them and their family, but at the same time, it's like there's only so much you can do. Like, you can't just stop somebody from doing drugs, or you can't just tell somebody, yeah, like, oh, you murdered somebody, yeah, just don't do that. Like,
Yeah, don't do that.
like, you just can't. It's not that simple,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like,
yeah, my cousin was like, he grew up like a wannabe gangbanger or whatever.
yeah,
And obviously got involved with the wrong people and then
Yeah.
shot somebody. So
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the gang stuff, right? Like, that's the fucked up. That's what'll fuck people up pretty much. Like, I just, some people grow up in that environment, and it makes sense. Like, you're a product of the environment you grow up in, but like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like in America, there's not enough focus on trying to get, gang members help and trying to like get rid of that stuff slowly over time. Because some people, they'll give up their entire life for a gang that don't give a fuck about them. Like, that shit's sad. Like,
it pretty much just use them, and then once they go to the jail, it's like, well, let's go find the next one. Like,
it's
Right.
pointless. It's pointless killing. That's all it is. And I don't know. Like I said, like, you grow up in that environment, like, you are who you are, right? But at the same time, like, shit, dude, like, yeah, there's just not enough focus on trying to like stop that kind of thing. Like, I feel like as like the police and everything, like, they try to hit that stuff head on, like, oh, you shot somebody, you're going to jail, right? Instead of like, giving these people help and being like, hey,
Right.
let's not join gangs, let's not, let's stop all this stuff, let's stop giving our lives away for like no reason, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's how it is here too, is like people will give their lives for their fucking gang or whatever. Like, there were kids who would, like, their dads or whatever would be a part of a gang, and there's kids who would grow up to want to be like their whole life, like life effort is to try and be a part of the same gang their dad was a part of and shit like that. Like, that's just fucking sad, dude. Like, as a parent, like, why wouldn't you try to get your kid away from that shit? You know how it is. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like, I don't know. Because those parents, they've seen shit. They've been around, So, like, why wouldn't you... Like, you can't hide it from them, but at the same time, like, why would you not try and stop them from going the same route they did? Like, I don't know.
yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me, but... Yeah.
I think it's about time you wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, that was the prologue of this episode of the Crank One Out podcast. Let's get into the main topics here. But are we stopping it here?
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Yeah, I guess we're stopping it here. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And yeah, subscribe if you're on YouTube. I doubt you made it this far, but thank you very much if you did. And yeah, we will see you in the next one.